You, that's going to go well, isn't it? You're falling off to your death.
I'm pretty sure this helmet says I can float. That's kind of what it all
Did you take that off me on the helmet?
You could be invisible and be flying.
Did I take it off? It's the only thing that kept me up.
You needed that AC, didn't you?
Plus 3 to my AC ain't no joke.
Well, it's better than like plate armour.
Plus 3 to my AC, and I get resistance to ranged attacks. I'm the happiest man in the world right now.
Until I stop hitting your AC and I start making you do checks.
Yeah, I don't pass checks.
We don't talk about that here.
We don't talk about
Do a con check for me. Oh, you take 20 points of damage. Oh, do a dex check for me.
Sacred Flame's still a ranged attack, isn't it?
I don't know, technically state.
It says ranged weapon on my shield.
I was going to say weapon. Okay, never mind. Yeah, Sacred Flame. Fuck out then.
It's how you fuck over a bear to a barbarian. It's like, right, okay, intellect check, wisdom check. You're like, fuck.
I could kill your character if I wanted to.
Please don't.
Well, if it's part of the story, do it.
Anything like completely flammable would be great to come up with.
Funny enough, that helmet's extremely flammable.
Not resistant to fire.
We've got our score, was it fucking...
So what we need to go against is an army of chipboard. Yes.
Fucking Marvel
What
superhero in the
happens if,
score.
what happens if we
Goes
put
right
metal
there.
on a helmet?
Laugh at
Or loads of straw men.
Yeah.
That'd be great, wicker men everywhere.
Oh my god, a Scarecrow army would be amazing to come against.
Just a cheering.
I'm just going to sort of step back, push that forward and go, you do you. You do your best self.
It is your time to shine, Doc.
That's why I love Kieran living at mine. Because he gets loads of stuff out of context.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't worry about that. I'm sure you're never going to see anything to do with this.
John, why are you painting that rather large miniature?
I saw him painting the brain thing that fucked us up. And I was like, oh yeah, that looks pretty cool, John. He was like, yeah, it does. Didn't tell me anything else. I just saw it there and I was like...
I sent him a picture of a specific paint colour. And in the background was the spider that I was painting with that paint colour.
Yeah, so he sent
But
me
it was like blurred in the background.
He went, how nice is this blue? And I was like, yeah, it's a nice blue that is. And he put the spider in the background and didn't even pick up on it. And then when we got fighting, we were fighting spiders. I was like, they're all black, that's fine. And then as it dropped down, I saw the colour. I was like, you bastard. you bastard.
So that made me laugh.
Well, good news is we're all here.
Yeah, I was just making sure.
That's a very quick.
Because there's two people here, they're going to want the recording, aren't they? So I'm just making sure that
Tony
Jamie
fucking jazz.
and thingy and
Gaz.
everybody else. So I don't want them to come in like halfway through the session.
Yeah.
So what does that, Jamie?
I mean, I hope the whole session is just floating around on the broomstick.
Because he hasn't come back upstairs, I think.
Yeah.
Is he back upstairs? I think?
No, he went back. Didn't go downstairs after doing
Well, I
the
can't
lights.
see him start at the table.
He went downstairs to the lights. I think he's gone drink or something. Or even worse, he's gone to find minis for them that he might have been prepping.
That's good for us. That means you haven't prepped any for it on Thursday. Oh shit, I'm on this table on Thursday.
I'm not here Thursday.
Yeah.
You're like every day on one table.
I'm not here Thursday. Well, there's
I'm putting for the Temple of Sardonyx.
there's the warehouse one that's locking, and
That's
then
what
there's
I'm on.
the Temple of Sardonyx. But none of my characters would go to that. Like I'd have to really bend what they believe in and what they want to do just to get on it.
What is the Temple of Sardonyx then?
It's the
What's
Temple of Luck. So it's the
Yeah,
dark side of
Sardonyx
luck.
has got a look.
Okay, so it's just like a random encounter or something.
So that they're trying to resurrect one of their people that they've been on a table with already. So they're trying to resurrect them.
Every time someone goes there, someone dies as well. Every time.
But it's like
Yeah, last time we went to the Temple of Sardonyx when I was playing Kill, there was this mad jester thing that body swapped with somebody. We didn't know they'd body swapped, so we were hacking at this jester thing, and it was actually one of the other characters, so it was one of the players, and the jester thing was just walking nonchalantly out as the player's character.
So essentially, I believe they're trying to resurrect a character that got killed off very early on, and none of my characters know that character, so they wouldn't be invested in it story-wise. And then also, it's a Gardener temple and a part of town that, again, none of my characters really have to bend why they're going there.
Yeah. They really fudge while you're in there.
And I've got enough characters, I don't want to make another one.
I was gonna say I got George who's been sat in the Underdark for months, like
Yeah,
in the last 12 months. No, he's only really done like 3 sessions.
Yeah, he's been doing Cyberpunk instead, hasn't he?
So I might, if I'm on that table, I might pull George out of the Underdark, and then just have it so he's just kind of exploring Mistaz, because he hasn't been up there in ages since the attack. He hasn't been up there.
Saying that, there's no one left in the Underdark apart from George, is there?
But I've also got Zelfar, who is interested in resurrection. So maybe it'll be Zelfar instead.
See, then you've got something you've got a reason
Tentacles.
You've got a reason to be there. See, literally, the only one that might would have been Percival, but he's otherwise engaged. Not yet.
Yes, I have started recording.
Sweet, we're just making sure. I was saying about he was going, oh, the only one I've got is Percival, and he's like,
yeah, there's.
if Jamie doesn't kill your character, you might as well kill yourself.
There's still time for him to do things.
Maybe a session before he turns fully crab-like.
I'm just saying, what happens if Percival's the one that lives and everyone else dies?
For Baru.
Like an Olive situation at the very end.
Yeah, you know how people get turned into like demon princes in 40k?
You sacrifice yourself.
If I sacrifice enough people, I will be a crown prince.
Yes, very
You saying you want to become an NPC?
No.
I was going to say, because Jamie would then take control because it would be his demon prince.
Yeah, as soon as someone goes fully evil, I take the character off them.
Okay, fucking Camel's then.
That's why Olive retired. Olive went off his fate.
They'll do the same thing if you catch lycanthropy or vampirism or something like that. Some people
we
think of it's always going to make me more powerful, I'm going to get all these abilities, but I think no, you turn into a monster.
Yeah,
I get these abilities.
I was going to say, like, oh, I'm a level 20 wizard. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to become a lich. Oh, thanks for giving me your character, mate. Like,
I've really seen it change people though when they played it before. Someone's caught lycanthropy, I'm going to be a werewolf, and they're fine. They don't do anything to try and stop it. But if you tell them, when you fully turn, I'm taking your character off them, then they go hell for leather to try and stop the change. It changes their attitude completely.
it's what happened with Datora when she went, like, when she caught vampirism.
Yeah, well that was difficult.
That was a hard fight. That was when we were coming up against Datora and the pyramid.
Well, because I was playing it.
I know. I went to grapple her when she came past me the once, and I got a nat 20 on my grapple, and I still failed.
Holy shit.
Still, he was quite strong.
She's a rogue, that's probably.
Yeah, it was like
acrobatics.
It was like a 24 or something, or something on. No, I think it was higher than that. I think it was like a 26, and I still failed.
Yeah.
I was like, just don't want to fuck with Datora, man.
Stays a vampire then.
Yeah, I was like, I was like, screw that. Like,
Have you got anyone else tonight, or is this your whole table?
This is it.
Jazz and I can't remember his name.
Gaz.
That's the one, Gaz. Like,
They can't do it.
yeah.
Weeks before Christmas is next.
That's okay.
And that's
our last
something.
session,
Sorry, Gaz, I've got a lot of names to try and remember. Like,
You remember his character?
And
yeah, I remember Bear. I got no MST called Bear. Like,
All right, well, have fun, everybody.
and you with your Jurassic Park. Yeah, you should have gone into the door going.
This is me currently. Can't be me.
I forgot to say, I was on a train.
I don't start sounding, that puts me on edge.
Yeah, but I can't see.
Manchester.
Like I said, the thing was sitting here.
That's even better, I'll just put all your
Jamie's
all
just
over
sunk
it.
into the ground.
By the time I got my phone out, it was too late.
Like,
you were
sunk
thinking,
into the table.
sign!
So, a little recap from the last session. Then we got put a bit of relaxing music on.
We were doing really well until that
Until
thing in the
everyone
wheelchair
did.
came out, weren't we? And then it just put everyone to zero.
So basically, until I put
Yeah, that totally wasn't a big character one then. Which made you check a lot higher than the other one. So, last session, you a few of you came in, apart from Bear isn't here right now. Who else came in? Hendrik was the that came back.
Hendrik was already with us.
Me and Bear came in.
You and Bear came in, so
Yeah,
I was like, I can't remember Bear coming in, but I can't remember who it was. Obviously you came back. You've been here before. You've got off on some adventures in the Mistass, and thought, I'll just come back to the Wildwood.
Yeah, it turns out it's still a shit show back there. So
oh god, like oh god. You come back. You get spoken to by Urug, who has a request of each of you. Basically saying, I need this item and I don't really care if any of you die, but if you come with me then you might get a reward.
Not quite how he worded it to me, but
That's how he worded it to me. He did say in his request on Facebook, he was like, yeah, I don't really care if any of you die.
Yeah. To manipulate people, you tell them what they want, then they come.
Did you say outright? Did you call someone cannon fodder?
Yeah, it's Darren.
He went, I could use the cannon fodder.
He said me when the wife will come, I was like, I can use the cannon fodder.
So, after a while of gathering some supplies and getting some items identified, you attempt to identify a book and come across a strange figure after the book decided to explode and physically damage each of you, which came to a shock of most people. And
he experiments on creatures. We found out as well.
So you gained some knowledge that there was definitely some experimenting going on.
My notes make sure you don't tell him too much shit.
To which you kind of brushed aside after getting a bit of a reward for giving him his book back.
Very handsome reward.
And then you decided to go off on your way. You were given some transport, and Remin to guide you.
Some quick ass horses, didn't we?
You rode some extremely fast horses that seemed a lot faster.
We left them.
That seemed a lot faster than an ordinary horse. Travelling through, you went through a village that was a bit of a sinister scene. A couple of graves that were dug out for people, obviously, who'd been there before. And there were a couple of smashed windows and a couple of smashed windows and a really the heavy smell comes later.
Oh yeah, no, it's on board.
And then you travelled north,
yeah,
and then accidentally forking off to the northwest, you came across a large cabin, which you spoke to the resident of, and Felix managed to request for some gloves to be made for him randomly
From D.
in the middle of another request. Oh, okay. You're a stranger. Can you make some gloves for me, please?
She said yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So-
shit, put back.
So she's agreed to make you some gloves, and told you the location that you were looking for. So you head back the way you came to head north up the pathway.
Just saying, who says guys don't stop and ask for directions? Because that's exactly what we did.
And then travelling up that northern pass, you realised that it was starting to get dark and that you going to camp out, tend to the horses, sleep. Apart from one of you doesn't need to sleep, so kept lookout for you. Nothing of interest happened apart from a few
I saw an owl.
owls here and there that came through the night. Obviously sparking off the suspicion of Urug. But he knows what happened last time he... Oh no, it wasn't Urug. I keep forgetting because he came in the other session. But mentally remembering what happened when his other character shot one of the owls.
Do not hurt the owl.
Yeah, he didn't get touched. I got shot.
No, he got
I got
shot.
shot
He
in
got
Red
shot.
Superior. He
First one
spoken,
got
did I?
shot.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I went down to 1 HP.
It was him that got shot that he screamed and woke everybody else up. And then as you woke up, you did all your morning routines and then decided to keep heading north when you started to get hit by this ungodly smell. And as you carried on heading forwards, you saw that there was a town with sort of like stone buildings, and there was like a small sort of waist height wall that kind of circled around this town. There was a hitching post for you to hitch the horses, so you went over to hitch the horses, and fighting through this smell, you ventured into the town. Venturing into the town, a couple of you popped off some spells which revealed the location of the creature that you were looking for. Whilst you were looking for the item, you knew there was something in that direction moving, and so that item was either being carried or worn. After a bit of noise going through the path, you kind of get ambushed by this creature who comes in to attack you with a small army of undead following. After dispatching the majority of the undead, Bear manages to rip the helmet off this creature and launches it towards Urug, who quite promptly picks up the helmet and places it on his head. As he placed it on his head, whilst you guys are fighting the rest of the undead and this creature, you start to see that kind of like ripples start to appear and people start coming through them. A few faces that you've seen before and a few faces that you haven't seen before. After several of these start coming through, you feel like you're relatively surrounded by these. Whilst you're still fighting the undead creatures, one of them zips forward and screams in your direction, which knocked one or two of you down.
The first scream only put down.
I went down.
Was it you on the first scream?
I went down on the first one.
So
I think it was you and Bear on the first scream.
Yeah, that's not
and it
right.
killed the other creature.
They killed Lilith.
Yeah. To which,
They killed Moreshi.
quite
Yeah.
quite after, another scream came in your direction from
Old Billy in a wheelchair.
an old biddy in a wheelchair wearing a red cloak, and it actually came from her staff where the scream came from. And then after seeing shit unfold, Urug, of these white angels coming through these black ripples in space.
Not you saw them, did you?
I do because I do.
When they got up, you saw them descend on each of them.
I saw my goal because I saw bears and that. That's all I think I was first up.
As you saw these descend, you started to panic. Remin ran. Remin started running for his life. You screamed out help from the Dream Lord.
In my head.
In your head, you screamed out for help. And quite quickly afterwards, a large angelic-like creature slams into the ground, healing half of the party, and quickly dispatching of one of these white angels that had descended.
At one point, we got rid of the fucking silence around us. That was the irritating thing.
And then, during that sort of battle, you could see that Urug had been surrounded by some familiar faces, including Aurorn that you've seen before, and quite well dodging every attack that came in his direction. Like,
Yes.
as this angelic creature seems to zip around, making sure that all of you are healed and back up. You wake up to this ungodly scene of these white angels and start to panic slightly as you don't know what to do. You can't hear anything. You can't say anything. But almost as quickly as you were risen, these angels disappeared. During this time, Remin has come back and has grown in size as he's headed back in your direction. And out of one of his bags has pulled out these broomsticks that he's thrown onto the ground near Bear and told you each to grab one and say his name, and flown off on one of these broomsticks to where Bronn transformed himself into a horse, to which the angel placed Urug on to the horse whilst fighting off this small horde of...
Because it would have taken you 10 turns to get to the brooms.
And if you're forced to move, you don't take any opportunity attacks.
True.
To which he probably jumped off the warhorse, ran over to the broomsticks, and shouted to everybody to say his name as he zipped off into the air. And then each sort of one by one, you all grabbed a broomstick and started flying off into the air.
I think Bear stopped, carried him closer.
Yeah, Bear kind of held them out, and then he was the last one to go up. But I don't know if Bear's carried it.
I think me and Dot were like 5 foot away.
So, just
5, and then Bear moved it a bit closer. We're
I'll
like,
do it.
yeah, I know we can
Yeah.
run.
I was going to say, I'll do it so it's kind of like... Because Lilith is currently not on the board.
She is finding her own way back.
What, on the ground?
Yeah.
But she died to the scream, so did you bring her back?
I needed a verbal component to bring her back, and there was all the silence.
Yeah, so currently not. As I say, I'm just kind of putting you in a sort of small order of where you'll be. Because Remen will be slightly ahead. So I'll just say that. Is that alright with everyone?
Yeah.
Like, I will. What I'll do is I'll just put a thingy out for Bear.
Felix got caught by Tatiana, didn't you? When you got hit.
Yeah.
Through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just use him for Bear.
Because Bear was quite far back, as well as Bear tried to catch Felix.
So we'll put Bear to the back.
Tatiana did catch Felix.
Yeah, well, she started to take off at the same time, while Felix was still trying to shoot people that were around Mia.
I got really pissed off that we kept hitting that one barbarian and he just would not die. Like, sorry, someone else was gonna die.
Triple hit
It was
points.
almost you.
Triple hit points and all your damage is halved.
And then he ran off at the last moment.
Yeah.
Well, as you guys start to disappear and this angel had appeared, lots of these kind of zipped back into this small ripple that kind of like a gateway that came through. But like it just kind of shows as a ripple in the background. If you imagine like when Neo touches the mirror and it goes
Yeah.
and that's where we ended the last session. So Felix gets caught by this angel creature along with his broom, and Helix, you will get healed.
Oh, good, because I've got 3 lives at the moment.
Would have been embarrassing if the fall outright killed you.
Yeah.
I will have to
Then I'll have to bring
get the
Brandy.
character sheet back.
He's my backup character. I didn't think of a name. I was watching Archer at the time, and his in disguise name was Randy.
Yeah, that'll do.
So I was like, yeah, Randy.
Yeah, you said you literally started building your character when you were dead. You're like, oh no.
Is that just so we can be like, I'm Randy?
Oh, he's a tiefling as well.
You will get.
Could have used Kythor's, really.
That's what I use until he gets to level 3. But he's my backup if any of the others die, because my kill count's getting high.
You might be good for this year.
The kill count or your death rate.
Or 2 weeks ago.
It sounds nicer if I say kill count rather than death rate.
The kill count would be how many you kill.
That's nice and high too.
Well, it's how many of my characters I've got killed.
Your morality rate.
Excuse me whilst I heal.
You could start a KD. You could do it.
When I went down as Battle Mash, I was like, oh, that's 4 characters in 4 weeks. I was like, please no.
It's
Excuse
really.
me whilst I heal Felix.
Oh, bloody hell.
That.
I think I'm going to full HP.
Just tell him he's at full HP.
Can you explode if you heal them double?
There's a lot of ones in that, to be fair.
And it's 70 points of healing.
Yeah.
Well, my max is 44, and I'm currently at 3. I think I'm going to get double digits from this.
I hope so. Because I ain't tanking no more fights.
Oh, that's fine, isn't it?
It's 53 points.
I'm back in fully.
53 points of healing.
And there's a lot of
And
ones.
then when they catch it, just crick that right slight bit in my back that I just feel, oh.
And also, you are cured from any curse, disease, poison, blindness, or deafness.
I didn't have any curses on
I
me.
think you were blind.
Hey, Tatiana, I'm really
No,
hurt.
nothing.
I could really do with a remove curse.
This curse is hurting me.
Whilst you're flying through the air and the shield will come off of your person. And,
Tatiana, catch this.
and then she gets the shield with missile attraction.
Remove the curse and give me back, please.
But is the curse the bit that's giving you the resistance to range?
Yeah.
So if you remove the curse, it's just a shield.
Yeah, but it looks cool.
It's just a magic shield. So, as
Can I take
you...
shield back? Magic damage. Technically.
You're gonna get within 5 foot of people. Shield basher.
That's rules written.
Can I fly alongside Remin, thank him for the broomsticks, and ask if it's okay if you keep them?
It's not really up to me.
Why not?
They're just for an escape for moments like this.
Okay, but they're your broomsticks?
I was gifted them
By whom?
by the Dream Lord.
Ah, they're the Dream Lords, okay,
I
fine.
think he created them. So he specifically gave me this amount.
Okay. Well, maybe ask Uruk to have a chat with the Dream Lord, see if we can persuade him that we can keep hold of his broomsticks. It could come in handy.
I'll try my best. But he might want his helmet back for the brooms.
There's your leverage.
Can each of you make a perception check?
No. It's the answer. Yes, I'll make one.
Ron says, does he have to roll?
Does he beat my passive? Go on.
Probably not, but we'll find out. That's double digits to me.
That is 25.
Yeah, say like...
No.
17, 15.
14.
Okay, so all
5.
all of you but
Wisdom, great. Anything else? I'm shit.
It's really hard to see out this helmet. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not quite used to it yet. It's just covering my eyes.
You know, you can see something there, and you're like, I'm not used to seeing that.
Yeah, it's like
You know-
most of your vision. You've got these amber goggles, and you're just like, I can't see anything.
Do
but
I
amber.
see in like thermal vision right now?
Like,
Well,
no,
predator.
there's no-
Yeah.
You have that kind of what they call when you have that kind of bug eye effect.
Oh,
You see, like,
yeah.
thousands.
Like 50 trees. And
Yeah, I was gonna say everything you see.
I know
is
which
like
one. Oh, I
50
can't remember
off.
which one it was called, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I can't remember the name of them. It's like,
Yeah.
Goggles.
No, it's insect, like more like insect goggles. Where you gotta look at that sample, that would be 50 of it. Kind of situation.
So as you lift above this town that you were fighting in, you can see that there are still a few of those people left where they were. You can see that they're chatting to each other.
Oh, the two groups are.
So yeah, you can see one of the groups because some of them left.
Do they look friendly chatting, or does it look a bit heated?
It looks like a discussion, not really heated, but like a panicked discussion.
Okay.
And are they in any way looking or pointing in our direction whilst
They-
they have
they
this
are.
conversation?
They are. This is after Felix has been shot. by
May I
a
flip the bird?
Like you can flip them the bird if you want.
How far away are we?
So you're currently a few hundred feet.
But you don't see this bit.
Don't.
You can see as you go over the town that the town is in like a circular formation. You can see that there are houses all around this one large building, and you can see from above, from the sort of bird's eye view you've got, this looks very similar to the symbol of Gar. And in the centre of this town, you can see there's like a large cathedral.
Okay.
So the larger building that was at the end was like a large stone cathedral.
Is that the cannibal village?
No, this is the town that you just left.
Oh, the town we just
So
left.
there's the wall.
North of the cannibal
Like I
village.
said, the wall around it is in a circular formation, and you can see it looks like a half moon from where the houses are. You can see that section is just kind of cut out. It looks a bit like a half moon.
The village of Gar, undead there.
We never got the name of that village, did we?
No, we didn't ask.
Alright, so
Nobody ever asks.
I did add there was no apparently signposts or any iconography on the way there.
it is now known to Barn as Bucket Man Village. Because you had a bucket.
Bucket Man Village. Like, just generic towns person.
Oren didn't even see this, so I'm going to write.
Because that's all I remember that piece, it's just a bucket.
You can see that the horses that you had hitched up have all been slaughtered.
Oh.
Each of them are lying dead where you place them.
Good job we didn't run back to them.
Can I kind of swoop a little bit lower just to see if I can see any obvious thing that's killed them?
I say you're a few hundred feet, and you can take a couple of seconds to.
That's what I was going to do, just to
head back down if you want.
Just have a quick look at them to see.
So these, so the actual magic item, just so that you guys can see them on your character sheet currently when it loads up.
Just the brooms.
Yeah, I think it's just called like broom of flying, but let me just so that you guys can look it up at least, so you know what they do.
Broom of flying, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called.
Weighs 3 pounds.
Yeah, broom of flying.
50 feet fly speed can carry up to 400 pounds. Its fly speed becomes 30 feet while carrying over 200.
And I imagine all of you are about 200.
I'm 500 pounds, so I can't fly.
Am I skinny? Bron is skinny.
It's a 501 pounds, yours. You start to teeter down as...
It's making screeching
No,
noises, you know, it's in the air.
I'm only 200 pounds, I think. I hope.
I was going to say, the majority of you will be 200 pounds, apart from Dot. Dot can go at full speed. Like...
Zoom out.
Or
Does
60
Dot
pounds.
look like she's very accustomed to flying on a
I'm
wing?
That is a Dot item if ever there was a one.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to do my best to try and keep hold of that.
Yeah, you can send
Where you land, just...
Yeah.
What room?
I've got a walking stick, so I might just put a few branches on the end of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have like a minor illusion, you could have like smoke come out of the back of it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, so you can see that they're all dead. So you're heading back towards the large tree you can see.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see this thing from the ground. So from where you are, you can see almost the full formation of the tree and the canopy.
Does it look okay? Does it look healthy?
It looks relatively healthy. You can see that all of the branches. So give me a perception check, just so I can see how well you see it.
12.
You can see that the canopy kind of folds and sinks in the centre. So rather than it covering the full centre, you can see that it's kind of like the fold.
So it's sort of grown up and out.
Yeah,
sort
so
of
kind of like it's kind of like a sort of, I don't know, like a volcanoes thing, and it's come all the.
Because it's not a type of tree; it's got aspects of every type of tree, doesn't it?
It's got lots of things.
Could we fly above the middle of the tree? When we get closer.
Possibly, but it's very big. Well, I tell you, I can't express how large.
No, you
this
told us
tree
how
is.
big this tree is. It's just I want to see what's in the big hole. I assume it's a hole.
So, can all of you give me another perception check? As you fly in the direction of this tree.
I rolled well this time.
16, 6.
12, and that's me rolling well.
26.
10.
Okay, so
We're not using that dice, by the way. That does that bench.
So Dot and Urug can see that this group of oh, you were flying back, weren't you?
I was having to look at if basically was there any like Aaron's there's no Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron, sorry. Aaron.
Hey, Aaron.
I was checking like basically was it a Ron I killed off? You know, got any of his arrows or anything like that basically, or was it just slashes.
So you can't see anything that look like arrows, but you can see that some of the horses have been beheaded.
Oh, okay.
Some fucking barbarian we were shooting.
Possibly, yeah, so something with a big swing. Yeah, that's cool.
So as you rejoin the party, Dot and Urug, you can see that the group of humanoids that were on the ground earlier have now got winged beasts. And you can see that they're starting to mount these.
Which humanoids? The ones that we were fighting?
The ones that were, the ones that
Oh,
you could
God.
see were having a panic chatter.
Oh, crumbs, everyone, they're coming.
What kind of winged beasts can I see from where I am at?
They kind of look like horses, but quite far away.
Dot, how do you make these things go faster?
Drop your weight off.
Okay.
I will use Lemur
to throw
Like,
up.
so Bron sees this as well.
Yeah.
And
Bollocks.
then, what did you get? 16.
I only got like a
Yeah, you got just
Yeah.
I got 26. If
So Bron and Dot can see in the distance to the north. You can see that there is another, much larger looking flying creature flying in your direction. It is the same colour as the wyvern that you saw Mika riding,
Oh, okay.
but it is about 500 feet.
I'll tell you two about the people that
Is
get.
Titiana still holding me?
She's still got you, but you've still got your broom.
Okay. She's
So-
sort of still holding me on there.
Kind of, yeah.
Hold me, mummy!
Just like under one arm.
Um,
Like,
I will hold on to her more than the broom.
okay.
I will be shouting back about that wyvern.
Can we hear if we're flying?
That's the only thing I was wondering.
Because I was going to message these two saying about the ones behind us, but I didn't see the wyvern, so I'm going to message
Assumably, if we're going
everyone.
at dash, we're going what, 60 foot 6 seconds, so 10 foot a second.
We're not going that fast, really.
We're all a bit too early for that, aren't we? Is it? I mean, Doctor could go
Yeah,
like
Dot to just go.
Hendrik won't be that heavy, will he?
The angel that's holding you can move much faster, but is staying at the pace of the majority of the group.
So we're going 30 feet, Doctor
Yeah.
will go 50 feet.
I say Dot and Remin are the
240.
fastest
Yeah, so we're
moving.
30 feet-ish.
It's on
So
Yeah,
flying
but-
circles around.
Bear is struggling more. He's probably like
Too big for
400 pounds
Not
trying to
fly
fly
faster.
this.
But I've got, I'm carrying 40 though.
We don't do carrying weight, do we?
No,
Just
we
take a
we
reasonable
ignore
amount.
carrying.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as long as you're not carrying like 50 swords and
Yeah.
you know.
I think it's like unspoken rules, like 2 weapons, isn't it? And
Yeah, you
anything
can have
above
like
that, it's
you can have like a bow and 2 swords before you start
Yeah, that's
getting
it,
a bit
yeah.
like
So,
ridiculous.
so I can fly at the full
So
speed.
Hendrik and Doc can fly full speed.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can fly at full speed. I don't understand why you think Felix is fat.
That's a month.
200 pounds isn't exactly fat. You'd think somebody who's quite athletic.
Yeah, but he's a ranger. and
His equipment right there.
I'm gonna say you'd be about 180 pounds plus your equipment, something like that.
I'm not. I'm a lot heavier than that.
Yeah, you are, and you're in full plate armor.
That's it.
Well, you're in heavy armor, and you've probably got a bag.
The
full of
group's
stuff.
going at about 60 foot with the dash.
£200 is about 14 stone, if you look at it in that sense.
Right, so
14.
I'm going to
Yeah, so
have
somebody
a
who's
quick,
quite athletic
conversation and say,
and
look,
things.
I think I should go and talk to Mika quickly because they're coming to get us and we're going to need all the help we can get. It looks like it could end up being some sort of an aerial battle, and she's offered to help in the past, and I think I'm on good terms with her, or at least I haven't had a bad conversation with her yet. So, are you okay with me doing that?
You're more than welcome to go talk to her. I'll try to. I've got 300 gold if it helps add on to the bribe.
Just come here first.
Okay.
How close can we get? Can I touch him?
Yeah, you can get to. I mean, are you still in the arms of,
Yeah.
or are you gonna be like?
No, I'm holding on to Titiana.
Okay. Like, it's a bit hard because you've got these large wings that are flapping around next to you. It's a bit hard to get within 5 feet of you.
Hard or still doable?
I mean, I'd do a dex check. Hard. Whilst Hendrik gets batted off.
It depends. I was
Shake me and try to scare
I was going to
everybody.
try give you a little bit of a heal just in case.
I'm good. I'm
you good?
on
Yeah.
max. Yeah.
Oh, fair
I'm-
enough.
I'm-
I can heal.
Just go!
Was it just me that was nearly dead?
Oh no, I've took a hit.
I've took a hit. I've took a hit, but not
Ignore me then, Karen.
nothing like you.
All right, so I will dip the broomstick to full acceleration and zoom off in the direction of the wyvern. And
Hey guys,
what I hope is Mika. Obviously, if I approach and it doesn't look like it's Mika and it's another wyvern with an entirely different character, I will just quickly do a U-turn and
Just do a loop with your back.
Okay.
It's not.
So you
It's
travel
Mike.
towards her about 60 foot
Yeah.
to try and catch up whilst the rest of the party carry on, or are you staying stationary?
We're going to
While
keep
you're
going.
waiting.
But we're going to keep an eye on Hendrik.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
100
100 foot, sorry, by the way, 'cause he's like.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going at 100 feet. Okay. So she's around 500 feet currently from where you are, but it's heading in your direction. So it's not going to take long before the two of you.
Because Gonna be
sort of
like
me.
House of the Dragon.
So you get within around 50 feet. Give me a perception check, see if you can see the rider.
It's not Mika, it's Mike. It's a whole other.
9. So it's a colourful rider.
Right.
You can see that it's definitely a female riding.
Just keep going. I'm gonna. Yeah, I think it's Mika. So I'm actually gonna hail. I go, Mika.
So as you shout for Mika, you can see that this wyvern just flies straight past you, and it's Mika riding.
Right. Okay.
She doesn't take any notice.
Just completely ignores me.
It completely ignores you and is heading at much faster speeds than you were
Right.
moving, heading towards the party.
Okay. Does she look at me? Does she even recognise that I'm trying to?
Her focus is completely on in front of her in the direction that she's travelling.
So can I about turn and see if I can catch her up? Or?
You can turn and try and catch her up.
Is she coming at us or at them or at Titiana?
She is in the exact direction of where your party is.
Could I sort of nudge Titiana whilst I'm doing it? Just point. The doors are coming at us.
Luckily, still in her arms.
I'm gonna say she is gonna throw you
At her.
out direct to where the party is
I've got my broom.
with your broom. Like, I imagine you're kind of holding on to it, like, don't let me go. Just like,
Whatever I can grab hold of her,
I mean,
I'm grabbing hold of.
only if you wanna do a check to see if you
No, if she
stay
would
holding
want,
on.
if she would want to.
So she
Moving
kind of
on.
just so you kind of just go "Whoa!" in the air before, obviously, I imagine you go hypnos.
Hypnos. Did she respond?
All she does is throw you off, and then turns in the direction
Of me.
of this wyvern.
Can we stop and watch?
I'm gonna go with her.
Okay.
I'm not.
I'm just saying she's the safest place at the moment.
How far's the tree from us, roughly? The canopy?
Thousands of feet at the minute.
Oh, so still a
You
bit
are.
away.
If you think it took you a day
Yeah, it
to
took
get to where
ages
you
to
are,
get
So the tree is there, and we're flying at it directly.
Yeah, we're not-
so it's not going to take you a full day.
Where's Mika coming from?
So Mika's
So we
coming from the north.
So she's coming from behind us.
So
she's coming
so she's coming from like behind.
So she's coming this way.
Yeah.
From the north
So
as well.
if this is your
We don't
tree,
go north.
and we're flying towards it there, Mika would be here, because we came from the north.
We came from
No,
northwest.
You came from north.
Oh,
so
from the west.
Mika's
Oh, sorry.
Mika's like here, heading towards.
Oh, we're in the north.
We went northeast.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
right.
northeast.
Okay.
So she's coming from your northwest.
So she's coming that way. and
She's
we're
going to
that way.
intercept us then.
That's what I think Titiana's gone. But I just sort of want to go. I mean,
Quick look behind us. Are they in the air yet? Can I tell?
They are starting to take off.
So I'm going
How many hundreds of feet?
You're around 800 or 900 feet, so you've got quite a distance on them.
at this point,
Can I fire an arrow at massive disadvantage?
You've got
Just
a,
throw an Eldritch Blast.
you've got a max.
spray and pray fucking
That's
disadvantage.
Turn around, fly back if you want. Get the range.
at this point, Lilith is just going to plummet from the clouds and just land on my broom. I've just done the
Okay.
ability to get her back.
How heavy is Lilith?
It might actually say it.
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
while you're
She
looking
got
at
a weight.
that, I'm going to shout to Uruk. I'm going to shout,
She's a small creature.
fly directly up above us, so we can see who she's going for.
And I'll fly directly up above
She
them.
has no weight.
Yes, I'm not talking like 50 feet. You know, so it's noticeable. If someone,
Yeah, I'll dash up high.
Yeah, so Uruk's flew up
So
now,
she's a little bit further than that.
whilst
So
keeping, with
Does she want the helmet?
That's
That's
what
what
I
we're
want.
about. Everyone else seems to want.
That's why I want to see if this wyvern also goes.
it's
Boring.
You guys can just go.
Remember
These two on
California.
right and follow. And then you've got Lilith as well. Is she on the front of your broom?
Yeah.
No, right in there. I've got a headpiece!
Just so in case she needs to spit fire off.
or are you doing like, you're holding on to her like Titanic?
No, I'm sort of. She's just sort of one paw. I say, yeah, paw.
Claw paw.
How scared of flying would she be? Because she's never flown before.
She's got wings.
She's got wings out. This is
She can glide.
practice.
So maybe she'll learn to fly after this.
This
Like,
is
that was
practice.
cool.
She will in a level of time. She will learn to fly, but like properly.
So, I imagine you guys are relatively high in the air. You're going a couple of 100 feet up, just so that you're like out of any kind of arrow range that might
Yeah.
pursue. You can see that
Second level.
that as Tatiana approaches the wyvern, you can see that Mika, you definitely see that Mika's thing now, extends an arm towards Tatiana, and her arm disappears. You could just see the clothing just kind of
I think we've entered a
in
moment.
her arm.
Yeah, I think her and some
Almost,
other issues.
almost at point of impact between Tatiana and Mika. You can see that a purple vortex appears right above
Then.
Tatiana.
Okay, because I went up. So my level with it.
Have you gone up?
I went
Yeah,
up
we-
higher.
Yeah,
They stayed and I went above the
So they've gone. So have you headed?
Well, like
in that direction
an angle. So they've gone. Yeah, I'm still going the way with them, but I've gone. I haven't
He's
followed
just
them.
there.
I've just gone higher.
Basically-
So you're just dropping behind these a little bit because you're
Yeah,
going.
because I'm
It was
yeah.
to see where the wyvern either went
See if
straight
Mika came for me or went for
or
Tatiana.
went-
So it doesn't come for you. She's
Okay.
fully focused on Tatiana.
And I'll look down at Ron and go,
yeah. So with that, I will just wave you back down.
I don't like it up here now.
As this vortex opens up, you can see that this large creature falls from this vortex above Tatiana. As she looks up, you can see that this creature is like void of any kind of facial features. You can see that its face is also like a vortex. It's got red skin, and you can see that there are faces coming out
So last time we asked
of the skin of this creature.
large XP.
Is this her daughter?
That's her daughter.
Yeah.
So this creature falls from the sky and lands on Tatiana. You can see that part of Tatiana look immediately like they're getting sucked in, and she loses all ability to fly. So you can see that this creature lands on Tatiana, and the two of them tumble down.
So this creature, is it hovering or flying at all, or has it just come out of this vortex? And
It's
now
come out of this vortex
gravity
with
is-
no means to fly, and it's just grabbed onto Tatiana.
And that came after Mika lost her arm.
Yes.
How big is Tatiana?
So Tatiana is a class of the large creature,
Is
the
she-
same size as the
Is she
creature that's...
Goliath size?
Equals
Like,
twice.
so I'm just
No,
thinking,
yeah.
like
To
foot tall,
Tatiana,
how tall we
arm
talk.
disappeared.
I think a large
And then
creature
there's
is something like
vortex
15
disappear.
feet,
So, okay.
so about double what a
From what
Goliath
it
would
looks
be.
like.
When I
Could be
saw
something
that thing
different.
coming out
Is it
from
running?
Tatiana,
Is this the running for sure?
We don't know.
You can attempt to take a shot if you'd like.
it's landed on Tatiana.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so it's basically
What-
immediately above.
What's
Yes.
Remin doing?
Do
He's
you want
with
to take a
us.
shot first, and then you guys can...
I'm just looking at Remin now. After seeing Tatiana's been hit, I'm looking at Remin. See what it is.
So Remin, as Tatiana gets hit by this creature, starts to veer towards...
so I was shooting.
Are you taking a shot while it falls, or are you taking
Whilst-
a shot whilst it's...
When I saw the vortex open,
Yeah.
which is clearly not good. It's not a happy vortex.
Oh, it's not a happy vortex.
So at that point, it would have been bow, and then something fall out. Fuck that. Shoot it.
Okay, give me a roll.
Would it be with advantage because of?
You're on a broomstick.
So you just take the flat roll.
with that is directly in front of you within your same 5 foot square.
Take the gift.
That's probably a no because that's
I'll just get
15.
out the sheet up.
He's probably got natural armor.
I think a 15 was a hit.
I won't roll it all. There it is.
Sorry, I'm just getting it. What, I mean, it's kind of
I
don't
mean,
have that.
if she goes, how weak is Ixor gonna? How weak is the world gonna be? Like if Tatiana goes, she is the only reason that we are all currently living.
I was still alive till she turned up. Just saying.
You were the reason that we were in that situation in the first place, but she's the reason that we're not.
So 15 is a hit. 15 is exactly what you need.
Oh, well, that is a nice That is an 8. 14 now. 20. Non-magical, but Lilith will. Because she's right on front of my broom for an extra 1 cold damage.
Take that.
So, I mean, you can see that the damage is done, but this thing is obviously falling.
Yeah,
There's no means of sort of stopping. But it lands directly on Tatiana, and Tatiana's wings kind of fold up. You can see that the wings look like they're starting to be absorbed into this creature.
Are we doing initiative now? After
If you guys want to start a fight,
well, I'd want to shoot at this as well.
let's say.
Well, are they?
To try and get it off there.
Can you see they now falling to the ground? Is the
Yeah, so
is
they
problem
kind
that-
of hit, and now they're tumbling to the ground.
Is Mika following him on the?
Like,
Does-
Mika is heading in your direction.
Does it look like Remin is
Of course she is.
Does it look like Remin is trying to intercept the fall of Titiana, to sort of try and catch
Yeah,
her?
so Remin is now veering directly towards Tatiana.
Missed a step before we hit bottom. You'll fall faster than you can fly.
Yeah, you're like a rock. Can I don't know if you can really. I mean, will I be able to do like an insight check on Mika to see if she looks
Angry.
Yeah, like kind of like I guess the emotion on her face. So
Oh, yeah, I'll give you an insight check.
I don't even know what that is. Where is it? Insight?
It's on your main.
The
Wisdom. Yeah.
Oh, so it's just plus 7.
I'm like, damn, I need loads
It's got-
of
it's a
character sheets
proficiency
up.
thing.
I think I am
It's,
proficient.
it's a normal skill.
Yes, it's above intimidation.
Insight, yeah, plus 7. And I'm proficient.
I thought it might be more.
It's 11.
What is that? 11 plus the 7?
No,
Or is
that's 4 plus 7.
Oh, that's an 11 after the 7.
That's an 11.
You can see that she looks determined.
Right,
But
okay.
heading directly in the direction of.
Well, 2.
Well,
Well, okay, the two options, I know Uruk, very little interaction with Titiana, so...
Titiana, you spoke to Titiana.
Not fucking really. Do you know
It's
what I mean?
easy to Felix.
I spoke to Remy more than I have Titiana. Do you know what I mean? Can I cast Earthbind on her? Or try and cast it? So it's choose one creature you see within range.
You have to get the wyvern.
Oh, the wyvern, sorry. Yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature. The target must succeed a saving throw, or its flying speed, if any, is reduced to 0 feet for the spell duration. An airborne creature affected by the spell safely descends at 60 feet per round until it reaches the ground of the spell.
So does things shoot out of the ground?
No,
Grab
out of
hold.
him and
Oh, out
grab
of
you.
you.
yeah, like yellow ribbons kind of thing around it, and then
It's what I used on Ushi in Lee's campaign.
so it's a.
I'm just looking at your line of fire.
Well, it's 300 feet as well.
Yeah.
On the range,
Yeah, as long as you can see
but
it.
it might not work anyway. It's a 15 strength check, so you probably guess that's
Probably good strength. But
Yeah.
if he rolls a net 1.
True, it's how.
I'm more looking at the creature that's in the centre.
Oh, okay.
That's right in the middle of the two of them.
So we got rid of Tina. You need Dan's thing, don't you?
So,
No, he's,
As-
Does Earthbind come from you? I thought it just appeared.
no, I thought it comes from me. Choose one for yellow strips of magic. Oh no, that's it. Yeah,
Just
you're right.
appears.
Yellow, yeah, yellow
It
strips.
just wraps round it.
Yeah, you're right.
doesn't matter, it doesn't,
Round-
it doesn't
no,
shoot
it
out
doesn't
the line
shoot out
or
of anything.
The
It just
actual
wraps.
word is yellow strips of magical energy loop around the creature.
Yeah, so it's,
Yeah.
it's basically like a lasso who's just appeared around their wings and they're like,
Yeah, it's like
It's a shame it just safely falls instead of just plummets down.
No.
Did it say safety falls? It never used to.
it says safety falls.
Yeah.
I know you're hoping for like
What's
some
the
suplex.
save?
don't you? Take that full damage.
It never used to say that. They've
No.
changed the wording.
This is something you need to fight
If
for.
you, yeah, if you cast a spell that put them unconscious or something like that, would they not safety fall?
No,
Yeah,
would-
they would
fall
just plummet.
Yeah, but
I got an 18.
yeah, you passed it. And there's nothing, no half damage, no nothing. It's you've just passed.
Okay. I'm going to say, if you guys want to get an initiative and attempt to fight,
Well,
then I will roll into initiative.
can I? So before we haven't actually started fighting with Mika yet, have we?
No.
Currently not, no.
You're still behind.
These vines have started to wrap around the wings of this wyvern as it just kind of bursts out of these vines.
They won't know that's come from you yet, either in
Okay.
this stage.
So
No, they won't know it's from me. And it's just verbal. So it's just literally.
Look how far away you are.
I'm 300 feet and the rest of the way.
You'd be like,
And in the air. There's no way he'd hear me.
Okay. Well, I'm going to cast a charm person towards Mika. Then.
Okay.
So
It's a shame we already know what great she is.
attempt to charm a humanoid. Let's make a wisdom saving throw. Does so with advantage if you or your companions are fighting it, which would be nice. Now, if it fails the saving throw, it's charmed by me until the spell ends, or until we do something harmful to it. The charmed creature regards you as a friendly acquaintance, and when the spell ends, the creature knows it was
even
charmed
higher.
by you. So that's a 13 wisdom saving.
Elves are immune to being charmed, aren't they? Or do they?
Half elves
they
are.
I think they get advantage.
I was going to say, or do they get advantage?
Elves are immune to charmed and poison.
You did double check that. There might be Fae as well. I think
Well, I
Fae
think-
creatures.
I think half elves get advantage and elves are immune, but I'm not.
Let me just check Zan one right
They
here.
can't be put to sleep.
And level 10
Yeah, you
hilarious.
can't be put to sleep and you can't be charmed, I think it is. That's why I took an elf. You have advantage against being charmed and magic can't put you to sleep.
Okey-dokey. Is that a full elf?
That's a half elf.
This is good news that we now know that Mika's a full elf.
What does that make Tatiana?
Is there any whilst I try and figure it out? But the character sheet doesn't say technically.
Well, if a character sheet doesn't say, that means
Has
she
a
gets
move.
nothing.
Yeah, that's
Appeared on the fucking on the
If
map.
she transforms into an elf,
No, as
and then she has
advantage,
sex with
so
someone,
there's a
does
chance.
that mean it's
So
Was
she's
it 13?
the D&D's on that rate?
What's the
13 with advantage.
was it
Again,
13?
it's a
What
deep
save?
Wisdom.
Or wisdom?
Elves don't tend to be that wise.
Well, depends on the race, doesn't it? Okay.
Get to roll twice?
Yeah,
You've got
they get
advantage.
Yeah, no, but you have to.
Yeah,
I see
I
what you
mean,
Yeah.
you want me to get my?
No.
I think that's only half. I have another thing.
Yeah. No, it's just
I like to see
I heard the
the-
second one, so that means the first one must have failed because he rolled it twice.
Go on, what's the number?
22.
Oh, what was the first one out of interest?
11.
What was it, like a 5 and then a 15 or something? Is that actually what you rolled?
What?
A 5 and a 15? Oh. No, that would have been incredible knowledge.
So as all this is going on, you can see
Yeah, it'd been
that
11, not 10.
Tatiana and this creature are fumbling towards the ground. You can see that this creature seems to be getting larger the longer it's holding on to Tatiana.
Is Tatiana
You can
gonna
see
weaken?
that Tatiana is attempting to fight this thing off as the wyvern flies over the top of Remin. I'm just going to move Mika over here.
Yeah.
Remindu?
Where on earth is
He's
Urgon?
Urgon's
I'm
here.
flying.
I was like, where on earth is Urgon?
He's on my can.
I am actually above them, but I'm just...
Yeah, so she's flying up in that direction. Damn it.
Hey!
I'm not going to do that. Just in case it falls.
I'm out of reach right now.
No! Sorry.
No, technically I've got a one. You can do that.
Next, we are about 20, 30 feet higher than everyone else.
As Mika leans off the wyvern to attempt to grab your helmet
I
off your head.
would resist her.
Can you do a strength saving throw for me?
With advantage as it's attached?
I mean, if you want to give me advantage, I'll allow it. If you're going to kind of grab on,
Well, I've just fucking got it.
Is there nothing you can do on the helmet, on that stat sheet with the helmet?
I can't do a lot with it.
Is it all
Yeah.
for Hypnos to do?
Yeah. A 13?
she fingers like fumble as she carries on flying.
Oh, thank God.
Did she not even say, can I have that please, or anything?
So she's just leaned down to try and grab it with the one arm that she's still got.
Can I think this probably work. Can I take
Ron,
a...
you hear a voice in your head.
Oh,
It's a familiar one you can remember from your dream.
okay.
Let me just find out which one. So Mika leans down to try and grab this helmet. You can see her fingers just don't quite get a good enough grip as she just continues to fly straight.
As that happens, is she still looking at me as she goes past?
She's looking at you as she goes past.
Can I like sort of do this and minor illusion the helmet falling below me?
You can attempt to do that
That's what I'd
whilst
like
you
to try.
still wear the helmet.
Yeah, I'd like to sort of...
So
Oh,
you're
that's
like-
why I've done my head forward. Yeah, pretty much. I've got a chainmail hood, I could pull that, I could fall over one of them.
Over a full plate helmet. So,
Like, as I said, she's gone that way, I fell forward, and I'm like, so I'm going to
give me
stay...
a stealth check. See how well you can hide.
It's one of those things that when
I will be
people see
taking
what
that.
they want
I
to
will
see, they
want
ignore
to
the obvious. So
So when it goes, if I accept, I will.
Okay,
Yeah.
give me a perception check with advantage.
you accept. Well, that's never good. You take it from someone that's accepted many deals.
Yeah, but
Oh, we rolled really well with disadvantage.
I feel like I need to write this bit down, otherwise I would be a meta game.
good.
Yeah. That would be a 17 on my stealth check with
Actually,
disadvantage.
I might take you out from you. What do you get?
19.
Come with me.
Cool.
Come
I
with me.
rolled a 17 on my stealth, FYI.
I'll be taking that with me.
I wouldn't read it.
I was like, come with
Oh, you
me.
dropped
And
the
let
dice,
me.
that's up.
Just goes like, damn, I should have wrote it down.
That's okay. It gives us a chance to talk about action.
Yeah, you have a small moment of action.
I'll be
What was-
honest.
What was your stealth roll, Kate?
A 17 with disadvantage.
Oh,
yeah,
pretty good.
damn right. Fucking
So-
stealthy as fuck.
My issue, so the issue is with the world. So when we got back, I wanted an information share with you guys of everything that I've
Learned.
Felix has got because these two tits don't write anything
Yeah.
down. So I've got all the
He
info.
just doesn't care. To be
We haven't
honest.
got there yet, but basically the TLDR is Titiana is one of the reasons the uncorrupted area around the tree. She's one of the reasons that's not corrupted yet.
Yeah.
She goes. That is it.
She's like the last line of defence.
We need to protect her.
Yeah. If she goes, well, I don't really know what will happen, but at the moment, everything evil that's not come in there does not come in there because they've said they are scared of her. If she's not here, then there's nothing. They're not scared of the Dream Lord from what they can gather. From what I can gather, they're scared of her. If she goes, oh shit.
Yeah, with the Dream Lord, we've never actually seen this side of the tree because he can't get here because he hasn't got the helmet.
It sounds like the Dream Lord stopped stuff coming from another plane into here, and Tatiana stopped stuff in this plane.
But how did the Dream Lord come and intervene in the fight just then?
He hasn't. Tatiana since being Dream Lord hasn't done anything. All we've been
Tatiana's this.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I assume when I shouted Hypnos, he's centre because he can't come into this plane at the moment because
But
he
he-
hasn't got his helmet.
He talks to Tatiana. And
Yeah.
Okay.
So when he came,
How-
when he came through before, I've spoke to him twice
Go on,
here.
Rick.
He's
How-
been like
I'd
all
like to
around
that to
both
be some
times.
kind of spell that she's concentrating on. Form it.
I think it
Is
should.
the vortex still open?
No, so when the creature fell from the vortex begins to close.
Was it the same?
Possibly quite
As well?
fair. Possibly.
Sorry?
Was it the same for us as well?
Because if
The look.
do you know what I
Because
mean?
you
Similar.
can summon.
Not as
Stuff.
severe as,
And she
as the
barely
one
summoned.
party, but
So
similar
whether
features.
we ignore that, kind of try and knock her concentration. How we do that, I don't know.
Yeah.
So essentially, you hit them, and they have to do a Constitution saving throw of 10 or half the
Half
damage,
the damage.
to break concentration.
Yeah, for a con check.
So it's 10
Yeah.
or half the damage, whichever's
Whichever
higher.
highest.
So even if you just tick for 1 damage, they've still got to get a 10 DC, which if they're on that one, you're fucked anyway.
Yeah.
But or if you get like a 20 here or a 22, then they've got to get 11 or 12 and stuff like that.
No, I think your con plus goes on.
Your con plus goes on the con check.
So I
So
can't remember.
you only don't get pluses on death saves.
Yeah.
Unless you've got a certain.
You're gonna say you get.
We've got a new plan.
Okay.
I'm still doing my helmet trick because when I drop the helmet, I'm keeping my head down on my broom, if that makes sense, so she thinks it's fallen when she's grabbed
Okay.
it.
So the wyvern, she pulls on the wyvern as it turns to head towards the ground where she thinks this is starting to fall. The rest of you can see that Remin is sort of smacking on his head as he's heading down towards this tumbling mess of angelic wings and faces that are like coming out of this creature and pulling back in. You can see that it is getting much larger than Tatiana at this point.
Maybe we're better fighting the creature on the floor than fighting something in the air.
Should have asked some more questions.
Can I look after just this?
Yeah,
Behind
it's only for a split second. You
Yeah.
just get like a second to pan over.
So just they behind us, they flying now.
Yeah, so they're flying.
That's
And
what
you
I
guys have sort of slowed down. You can see that they are starting to get a bit closer. You can Felix, because you're closest, you hear Remin say, "Felix, you genius!" as he reaches into something in his belt, one of his belt pouches, and pulls out the pouch of sand with the seashells that you gave him. Like, as he hurls it down towards Tatiana, and you see this angelic arm grab this small bag of sand and jam it into this creature. Like full fist inside the creature. You can see that the creature lets go of Tatiana and falls into another vortex that opens up.
Holy shit. Inadvertently did something good.
You genius, Felix! We're never believing that you said that to you. By the way.
You were the only one that heard it.
It takes a few seconds, but Tatiana, after tumbling for a bit, manages to spread her wings. And
How beat up does she look from that?
relatively big. You can see that her wings are probably at about 50% of what they were before. You can see the bits are missing.
Holes.
Not really holes. You can see that like the edges here, almost just the outline of her wings remain, but she's still able to fly.
I would like to... You're probably going to put us in initiative for this.
I've done the for a healing light.
Mika's arm returns when that creature disappears.
I see that.
Yeah.
I want a fairy fire onto Mika and the wyvern.
Okay.
Whoa, that
I'm
would
going
be
to say
amazing,
they're flying below because
They're
you can
distracted.
also see the helmet as it tumbles towards the
I
ground.
think I've
Yeah.
dropped the helmet.
Dropped
Oh,
out.
wait,
Well,
I'll do
well,
that. Tatiana,
Should
should
we?
we...
And you don't message us.
Should we leave?
I've just
Yeah.
Mika's
reactions.
attacking. Should we go?
We need to move.
Yeah, we need to get out of here because we got the hostiles coming in from the
Just very aware if we get knocked off the broom as well, maybe then... That's dead. The
I
height
can
we're
misty step as I'm falling.
at. I cannot. I will relay what Tatiana said and shout, everybody back to the tree.
You can almost all hear
Tatiana.
she speak.
How high are the trees in this area?
You're far above the tree.
Yeah, I
at
know
the
that, but
moment.
how high are they, roughly?
Probably around 50 feet.
And how high above them are we?
I'd say you're about 300 feet from them, so about 250 feet.
Should we
from
dive to the tree
trees.
line? Stay on
Yeah.
top of the trees?
Yeah, I'm on autopilot. I'm fucking writing 10 or 11.
Yeah, let's...
I'm having a midlife crisis.
Let's do that. So we'll...
yeah, because we can dunk.
Well, I'm
if we
not
need to.
dunking just yet because I've just dropped the helmet.
Yeah,
But obviously we're still going forwards.
We're-
They've gone straight down, haven't they?
we'll fly.
So they've
But
headed
if
towards
we're
where
gonna
the hell's
fall,
gone.
Where it's
let's
gone.
not fall like massive distance.
Yeah, let's
So-
fall 50 feet.
Gradient
not
down towards.
250.
Yeah. So we're gonna go lower towards the top of the tree lines,
Okay.
basically,
And we're still
just in
now-
case we get knocked off.
So that you take less damage.
Yeah.
Well, for now, Bron's not going to act on that information, but he will remember that information. He's not going to act on it though.
Do you want to write it down? Because
Oh.
Adam remember that.
It's a fucking. It was
information.
a what's it called? It was a thing I am meant to remember.
Macy's 21.
Write down my notes in a second. I like that as well.
I'm just not a bit down here. Felix, you genius.
It was literally just because I've met Remin several times. When I was on one of the other tables, I just thought, oh, it'd be nice sort of uppy thing to give him something because I know he always forages and picks up random shit. So I just got like a little bag of sand that had some seashells in. And I was like, I just gave it the same. It wasn't magical. It wasn't anything fancy, but it was something from the ground. So maybe, and it was something from a different plane. And it came through a vortex, so there's like it could be something to do with just the fact it was shoved inside it, you know.
So what happened to this vortex creature?
So it kind of releases from Tatiana, and as it falls on its own, a vortex opens and it
it's gone
falls
back
into
through
this
another
vortex. It kind of closes once it's fully.
Right.
And that's why you should always give gifts to people.
As I was writing it out, I was like, oh yeah, Revan's got this now. And I was like, ha ha! It has a vulnerability to something. So as you kind of, you don't plummet straight down, but as you kind of gradually go towards the tree line, you can see that these other creatures that are following you from behind are kind of following the same. You can see that Miko is now gone through into the trees with the wyvern. You can see her bust through the tree line to the ground, and you don't see her come back up.
If I do see her again, I'd like to mind an illusion the helmet falling again, even if it's fall for a second time. It'd be worth it.
So still behind you at around 250 feet. These winged creatures from the other party have kind of caught up from the kind of fight, the fumble, and as you kind of slowed down from.
I think we're now all in agreement that we're going full pelt, just on the tree line, on top of the tree line, ready, just going full pelt to the.
So there are a few trees that are a bit larger, and obviously ones that are a bit smaller. So there will be some that you have to kind of like either go over the top of or avoid.
Except Don is doing.
But I'm not.
Somewhere.
I'm gonna say not yet. Just just go really far ahead and then just do a big loop back.
Come on, guys.
I'm not too worried about those behind us, but I'm keeping an eye on the tree line in case I see a wyvern pop up from underneath us. If I see any trees rustling from flying underneath, which would be quite hard, I imagine.
It's mega hard for a wyvern. You'd be looking down, but you can see a lot of the trees don't have a canopy. So you can kind of see through the trees, so you'd be able to see for quite a distance before something came to the tree line. Unless it was invisible.
Can I do a quick evaluation of relative speeds as to like how fast we're going to the party and how fast they are, and whether they are going to catch us up, and if so, after how long that will happen?
So they don't seem like they're catching up. But, you take a couple of minutes going through these, making sure that you've got, and then as you look back, you can see that they don't seem to get any closer. You can see that Tatiana is now kind of sat at the back of the party.
Is she still looking weak?
She's got missing feathers and things, but still, you look at her and be like, she could still still take a fight. But you are still quite a far distance from this, so it takes you several hours altogether to get back to where the tree is. In that time, they've gained and then they've fell back. You've gained and they fell back. So there's been a couple of arse-clenching moments where you thought we're going to have to get.
Did they stop when the area changed?
No, they still carry on as you get a couple of 100 feet from the boundary. They're still pursuing you.
But do they stop at the boundary where?
How many feet behind did you say 250?
350 they were at. They were probably around 300 at the current time.
Not bad. The second they get within 120, let me know.
Solid blast.
Does Tatiana not have the ability to heal herself?
She might do, but she might need to stop to do it.
The boundary.
I don't know.
Anyway, I hope. How far away from the boundary now? 100 feet, did you say?
A couple of 100 feet. So,
okay. So we're going to get there before they get us.
Yeah. So basically, at the speed you're going, you're going to reach there before. But you can feel as you reach the boundary that you're not going at the same speed. You feel like you're slowing down as you kind of reach the destination.
Like it's an automatic, like train brakes.
Yeah. Like when they tractor beam ships back into landing docks. And it's all slow. You can feel that kind of thing.
Remin at the front, or is he at the back of Tatiana?
So Remin is kind of hovering around the middle. He can move as fast as Dot. So he can move kind of back and forth. You can kind of see him keeping an eye on everybody, making sure that, nobody's coming. Although his perception's pretty crap. His passive's pretty crap anyway. As you kind of descend to the ground by the barrier, you kind of hit the ground just inside the barrier and tumble off these tumble off these broomsticks. You can see that they're just kind of as you kind of just tumble into a heap on the ground. You can see that Tatiana carries straight on through the tree line. You realise that you've landed in the kind of residential area, so where the house, where you know where the living quarters
I
are.
go to my tree.
So you're still quite far from the tree itself, but at the moment you are
Safe.
through the barrier. We're through the barrier, but the broomsticks seem to have stopped working once you've got through this barrier.
Can we carry him?
Yeah, you can carry the broomstick.
But they're not working.
But they're currently not working. You know, some of you will try, and they don't seem to respond. You can see.
Would a magic broom turned into arrows make magic arrows?
I don't know, but that's why I'm carrying mine.
You could just sharpen the edge and fire the whole thing.
Ballista.
Have they stopped chasing us now?
So, these creatures, you can see that these, the pursuers have landed just outside the barrier and are sort of stood looking defeated just outside the barrier. You can see him kind of kicking dirt and
Which
kind
ones
of shouting
followed
abuse.
us? Aaron and the two devil things.
No.
And the other
None
ones?
of them.
Who's followed?
Like,
Because we might beat them up outside.
It was the one that
Were they part of
the
the group
Goliath
as
that we nearly killed.
Yeah, because we'll definitely go have him,
Yeah.
finish him off outside.
Can we go up to the barrier?
Yeah.
Well, you can.
See why they're following us.
You can. Last time someone up there, they got dragged out the barrier.
Well, we just stay about 60 feet.
you can see that there is a dark elf-looking creature.
That wasn't there, was it? I mean, at the village of the Bucket Man.
I don't know what the fuck a droider is, but there's something called a droider.
And they're the ones that came in from the same side as Wheelchair Lady. Because we had three. We had Aaron and his things coming here.
Yeah.
We had 2 or 3 creatures popping there, and then we had 4 popping at the bottom.
I think there was 3 factions together. I think there was 3 factions.
A droider looks
Because you had.
They left though. They disappeared when the angels turned up. So it was only these 2 left, and they surrounded me.
Yeah, because we were looking at like how it was basically. You had Aaron in that corner.
Aaron was here.
No, Rob's over there.
No, he came from that corner.
No, he
Wheelchair
came
lady.
from
No, wheelchair came from
No,
that.
Wheelchair was outside.
No, it's like
that side.
Oh, I swear to God.
No,
Oh
this-
no, you know why?
He was at that side.
So there was one scene currently stood outside.
Oh.
We killed spiders
We
already.
could take that.
Better not tell her that.
We killed your mom! We said we killed Daddy Spider.
Oh, yeah.
so one of those was on a winged beast, was it?
So one of those was on a winged beast.
That would have been a
That would
hilarious
have been
photo.
That would have been fright. Just turned around and see that loud coming. Oh fuck!
Hooked around it.
It's like a bear on a bicycle.
There is.
So there's a dark elf. There's one of
There's
those.
another dark elf.
There's another dark elf.
2 dark elves and a driver.
What are the dark elves
They're
equipped
They're
with?
all dark elves.
What are they equipped with? Are they sort of like wielding heavy
They
armour?
are all apart from one grey dwarf.
Oh.
Are we talking heavy armour?
How many of them?
And that was 5.
Put it 5.
How can be?
I think it is 5. Let me click every time. Let me hold the button. 3,
How long were we flying for?
4, 5.
Couple of hours.
Yeah, so there are 5 creatures. What kind of-
Oh, it might be 8 hours.
So that'd be a short
We
one.
weren't flying for 8 hours.
One is in plate
No.
armour.
We're fine for an hour.
Is flying classed as a short?
One is in plate armour. One is in.
it's just
one is in half plate. One is completely unarmoured.
I turned to the horse from the last one to get it.
And the dwarf is in a breastplate.
What do you guys think of the taken?
Well, I was thinking that we should at least, I mean, obviously out of character, we should at least talk to him to, well, what the F? Like, wait.
So
And
the
they-
rider itself was not on a winged creature and was the one of the winged
They weren't-
creatures.
Oh, it was one of the flyers. When they came, they were the ones that came from this side. Am I correct? If you said we recognised them, they were the ones that came from the top left. Because that was Aaron and the two little devil things.
Wheelchair bitch.
Wheelchair bitch was down that side,
Mm.
and then there's some people came from there. Is that group?
Give me a perception check.
8.
No.
It wasn't that group.
No.
But you said we recognised them somewhere from.
No, didn't I say one of them you recognised?
You said
I
you
know, I didn't
recognised
say you
them.
recognised them because you guys were asking.
You said the
you were miles
human.
away.
You said the human eyes you saw were starting to ramp up.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
ones
so
we saw
where
down to
Arawn was, where they were attacking you,
Yeah.
you could see that they were.
Oh, that's what they were talking
You
afterwards.
could see that they were
Oh,
walking.
okay. Oh, so we don't know who they are at the moment then.
How
Panicked.
far away from the barrier are we?
You're about 30 feet in the barrier, and they're about 30 feet the other side.
Okay.
Oh, I would
I'll
like
just
to.
I'll call out to
Message!
them and just say, and who do you work for?
Who would you like to message?
I'm
like
not
to
messaging, I'm just shouting out
Yeah, I'm messaging.
to the group as a general.
Who looks the most leadery? I'd imagine. Who looks the one that's like at the forefront?
The one in full plate armor.
Yeah, I thought it might be. I'll message
I
that.
was going to say the one in full
I
plate
think the
armor.
spider would be the one in charge.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be the spider?
I'll message him and say, "What the fuck, mate?"
What language are you speaking in?
Let's decide, shall we? You said he was a dark elf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what do they? I've just shouted out in common. Who do you work for? Not message, just shout to them. They're only 60 foot away.
What language are you messaging in? Okay. You don't get a response. Either of you don't get a response.
I can't speak to these things. The only thing I can speak else is giant and all. I don't think these people.
Too scared to talk.
Let me see if
Little bitch. Hold on. I think message. I don't have to share a language.
You think they're just going to have an intelligence above a
I
certain.
think so.
Just
so they just have to understand.
can they comprehend that languages? If not, we'll all just stand there and shout off every language we got.
You point a figure toward a creature and whisper a message. The target, knowing the target is, and can respond. It doesn't actually say.
There's more
So,
It
force.
I'd
probably has
imagine
to be in whatever
Yeah,
language
I'd imagine he
you
has to
speak.
understand the magic I do it in.
So
I think sending, they only have to understand a language.
So they're not answering and.
They're not answering, but they're kind of looking in the direction.
Would you shout?
Are you
It can't really show it.
need permission to talk? Do you?
What languages?
He's just speaking in common. Like,
It's on.
What was the first thing you shouted at?
Features
Who do you work for?
I'll shout that in Sylvan to see if I get a reply.
no reply from either.
I'll shout in giant and orc just everything I can say.
What do you want? Who are you? What do you want?
Languages.
I'll shout Elvish maybe?
Let me just check on.
They respond to your
In Elvish.
in Elvish. What do you say in Elvish?
Well, it was well asking really what I just said Elvish, and then it was to follow what Felix asked. What business do you have with us?
We're here for the helmet.
Are we assuming you're just going to translate?
I'll translate. Yeah, I'll translate. Yeah, keeps it easy.
Telling me is a helmet.
It's the giant spider thing that is.
I'll put my pen up if I want to be deceitful.
Just asking who they're working for.
Telling me is the helmet.
Yeah, I'll ask who they're working for.
We're working for Bella.
I'll ask the group if anyone knows about it.
Yeah, Bella's one
It's
put
the
bounty on
wheelchair.
Felix.
One of the
Wheelchair
wheelchair
woman.
put bounty
Oh,
on
that old lady.
me. She don't like me.
You can see
Because
that
I'm doing good.
residents from the tree start to
I'm
come out
reviving the land.
from
Armed.
the tree line. Not armed, but you can see them coming out. They're just civilians.
Just being nosy.
Yeah, but
Just general
if
civilians.
something's coming to attack you,
You can see you can hear and see them applauding in your direction.
I'll bow.
Has there been any other
Sorry, is this the people? Is this
adventurers
So the people coming out
in
from the
this
tree.
area at all that would be potentially allies in the fight?
We had some
When you say people can
centaurs that
actually
helped us
outside
until I
the
tried to
barrier?
kill two of them.
Their side of the barrier.
No, so inside the barrier.
We had centaurs
Okay.
help us,
So-
and
So it's
we
the
had
nice-
friends.
the nice
So we
people
had
are
help.
applauding us.
All
Yeah,
we
from the
did
area, you come out and start
They do a
applauding
lot
you.
of cooking, that sort of stuff.
I'll shout in
And we're in the
Elvish
living
that
quarters. We're not gonna get anything.
you can report back to your master you found. She has no business here.
Is he saying that? I think that you go.
I'm saying it in
I'm just going
Elvish.
to tell him that this one
Yeah.
in Elvish.
Yeah. I'll tell her what to do, and then just shout that.
You can see that the fully plate armoured hisses at you as they begin to sort of turn around and walk back.
Can I minor illusion the helmet right on the barrier? Just within touch range. Just inside, see if they're going to put their hand through and try and grab it.
Can I shout Elvish? Uruk, don't throw your helmet.
Well, you can see that he's wearing the helmet.
Sorry.
There's two helmets up here.
I'll do it perfectly lined up with my head in front of them so they can't tell.
I'd love to see how well you were going to pull that off.
I've got a helmet and I can do whatever I want.
They don't fall for it.
You can put your own little Felix.
So as the residents begin to come out from the tree line, you can see that some of them are bringing carts with them that are being pulled by centaurs, and they're kind of like ushering you.
I'm going to
to
ask
get
you
into
to ask
the
them if I
carts.
can go with them.
This is the sort
Say
of
again?
work again.
Can I go
Do
with them?
good things.
It's in the elves, not the centaurs.
No, Uruk, you
It's
will
a
learn to love those centaurs.
Feeling very self-satisfied
If
now.
I could speak Elvish right now, I'd turn tail on these guys. I'd be joining them.
I will start putting my hand up, going, no need. I said I would save you all as best that I can, and my friends and I are on the path to do what is necessary and what needs to. It's not easy. It is hard work and it's hard fought. But as you can see with my companion's head, we have brought Hypnos.
I would like
Powerful.
to cast
I'm
light
playing
on the
some-
helmet and make it bright
And I'm
purple.
playing
Just-
some uplifting
Bloody
music
purple
and putting fairy lights above Felix's head to light
Because it's a large crowd, I'm going to thaumaturgy as well, just to
Like I
project.
say, you've probably got around 100 residents that come out.
The helmet's glowing purple right now. It looks sick.
When you try and cast light on the helmet,
Yeah, I'm
it
gonna
looks
try it.
like
I'm gonna try it.
As you can see, we have brought a powerful artifact back for Hypnos. Tatiana is back now as well. We have struck a mighty blow. If you could please take us to Ixal.
Rest your weary legs, and we will take you back. You can rest up in the carts while
I'd
we
like
take
to
you.
walk.
Get
I'd like to rest.
Get on the cart.
I can rest in the car.
I'll catch you up in a minute, guys.
I am not going. Which centaurs are there?
None that
Is
you've
Janazi
seen
there?
None that you've seen before. these
Or
days.
just get in, because otherwise you'll be 2 days to get back to Ixal.
I'll go join the elves, shall I?
Welcome, they'll tell you to pieces.
I'll turn to the evil side. Well done, guys.
So there's my character sheet. Right, new
Yeah.
character.
Fuck these centaurs.
Just get on the car.
I'll climb onto a cart. Wash still trying to cast light on the helmet.
You can see that there are only 7 of you. So there are 8 carts altogether, and they've all been lined with cushions and pillows and blankets. So you could potentially sort of lie down
Have a sleep.
into the in them, or at least you'll be going back in
This is
sort
in.
of comfort.
We're in Honey. Honey
Yeah, so you're under the canopy at the
So,
moment.
so can we have a long
I will
rest?
put you on my rest.
It won't be a long rest. We can have a short.
This is.
The character is fine. I am just waiting for
Oh.
bars to fall down.
The Charleston.
I'll be asking one of the centaurs how did they know we were coming.
Tatiana.
Have 7 carts.
And
lined
she
up
left.
ready for
She
us.
left up. She left. She told us to get ready for your
So
arrival.
technically, they'd still be with us. Bear and
Yeah.
I was gonna say that's all of you plus Bremen.
And they will probably help get the horses ready for us on our way.
If I'm a bit suspicious,
Fucking
No,
suspicious.
from Dan's campaign, I can just say notes are bad, right? They make you really suspicious of everything.
Well, I'm going to say, well, the notes are so that if I say that Bron sees something,
It's
only Bron sees it.
Yeah.
Because if I tell Bron what he
Yeah.
sees,
But from
you all think that you've seen it. That's what happens.
But
So,
from reading Dan's notes, it makes you so suspicious of
like I say, so the notes are just so that if I want to speak to one of you individually, it's an easy way.
Yeah, it's easy.
The last time I was semi-suspicious of something and I let it go, the guy robbed off with all our other dead bodies we had for our
shit.
investigation
Yeah.
because someone just happened to have a cart outside the thing and we trusted it.
Just carts in general.
It's
You're
got, I don't
suspicious.
trust carts, yeah.
Just these goddamn carts.
If they came with horses, you'd have no problem with
Yeah,
them,
that's
would
it,
you?
yeah. It's because there's a sentient creature.
Same.
around.
While sort of this is happening, Remin has gone around asking for your broom. Whether or not you give it back to him is up to you.
I'm hanging on to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to see Hypnos himself, so I can hand it back to him, Revan, not a problem.
Okay. Let's go. Let's get back there.
I'll tell him it's my broom now.
Breaks in your hand.
Going aboard.
Guys,
yeah, that broom
I-
broke.
It got mended, doesn't it?
Guys, and
Dot.
lovely lady, I think we should go before we have a bit of a kit. I think we should go and see Hypnos himself. And
How long is the
Well,
car?
it's gonna take you about 2 hours by car just to get from.
Yeah, he says
Where
short
you
resting.
are.
Yeah.
I could
So there's enough time for a short rest.
Yeah.
Even being pulled by cart.
In that case, I would very much like to.
Oh, there it is.
I think Doc's already asleep in the car.
You can see as you're being sort of pulled along in the carts, and you kind of, I imagine some of you have sort of lay on your back, and you're just a bit like, because you'd have been flying on that broomstick for a while
Yeah.
before you got back. So, you know, your arse is going to be a little bit sore. You're going to be a bit tired from sort of focusing on not dying.
While we're sat in the car, I'm going to cure wounds myself.
Okay, when you short rest, you can
Yeah, I know when I
use
use
hit dice.
I don't want to use hit dice.
And
And I get 3 cure wounds to regain.
So when you do a short
short
rest, you can use hit dice.
Kieran,
So you
probably
can
the short rest.
roll
Okay.
up to 3
So basically,
1d8s.
If you've lost
So you
it,
can roll up to
you can roll
3d8s.
So
And then you can
short
roll by
rest.
that many
There's a
plus
bar.
3.
You want your actions.
Right,
It's like
okay.
You just tick them off so that if you have another short rest
It
before your
resets
long
certain
rest.
spells and abilities.
So when you have a long rest, they'll reset.
Okay.
But you can, when you have a short rest, you can heal by that many hit
They're long
dice.
rests.
So if I
Yeah.
use one dice now,
So if
Yeah.
you have a look to
If you have another short rest later,
because I'm a
you can
warlock,
use
all my
either
spells
another
reset on
one
short
or
rest.
both.
So that's why I've healed myself now, because I get them 2 spell
But
slots back.
also, so I think
Well,
that's a
yeah.
warlock
Yeah,
as
so
well.
rather than waiting
You
to
get
get
the
yourself.
So I don't do
Yeah.
that.
I don't
Yeah.
take short rest.
Yeah, just take short rest and then
Oh, okay.
everything will
So
reset.
that way?
Just for a bit.
Yeah, you get all your spells back.
Yeah,
On
so you
short
take a
rest.
short
On a
rest.
short rest,
As a
That's the
warlock,
joy
you
of
get your
warlocks.
spells
So
back.
warlocks only.
and a short rest is only an hour chill time, so you only have to chill out for an hour and you get your
Yeah.
spells back. Do this more often. God.
Yeah.
You lot can explore caves.
Yeah.
Just shout for me every now and then.
We fudged the hell out of it just for a long rest. So if a short rest is more negotiable.
7 plus 3 is 10.
So as you go through and you're sort of resting on your back and you're thinking, oh god, glad I'm off that broomstick now, my arse is a bit sore. You can see that above you are like gangways and sort of walkways that connect all the trees, and you can see that there are people gathered on there and they're all applauding as
So
you.
if you don't get a short rest,
I will be
after a
resting,
fight,
but
you
I'll
might
sort
as
of be
well
just
pop it.
just the proper parade. But yes, yes.
Oh,
Yes, well, I don't be down to sleep to rest, do you?
no, but I mean, you know, if you're tired, if I lie on my back for too long, I'm gone.
Yeah.
Like,
I won't be lying on my back.
personally, if I lie on my back too long, I'm gonna fall asleep.
I'll be sitting there just sort of waving to the people, just so that they can all see my face and know who I am.
Just be like, I'm not wearing a helmet or anything.
Just look at me. Look at me.
Yeah,
So Lilith is just like,
Yeah, she'll probably be leaning out, trying to get stroked by anyone and everyone possible.
is hopping out, running around a bit, hopping back in.
We have like
Going in for like the high fives.
She's got like, you know, the hug and the friendly sort of energy that just
Yeah.
never stops. Yeah, she's got
As soon as there's some kind of clapping and cheering, they get really overexcited.
Yes!
My twisted head immediately went, someone's kidnapped her.
I mean, good luck.
I know.
She's dense.
She's
I-
dense.
I would really like 1,000 XP for tricking Mika.
You wish.
I do. I'll never do anything that cool again.
So as you sort of rest up and you kind of strap yourself up and stuff any kind of
While
bleeding
we're going, obviously we'll just talk about our plans after this. I'd imagine while we're in the carts, just going through.
I'm gonna say you're in individual carts and you're probably about a tree length
Yeah, I can message.
apart. Yeah, I mean you can message, but I mean you'll have to individually
Yeah.
pass all the information on to each person.
I'll just basically say we need to have a sit-down talk after this meeting to everyone, basically.
So as you go through, you can see all these
Apart from
applauding.
Steve.
There are people on the ground as well who are applauding as you go past. As you kind of make it back to the open area where you've been before, where the shops and everything are,
Is Rowler there?
you can see Rowler's not there.
He wasn't there last time either.
Damn it.
Like, no, I can't have any.
You understand
I'll
the
never get it
concept
again.
of a wandering trader, right?
Yeah, but they're safe.
That's true.
Depends how powerful you are.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
Depends how strong you are. Everywhere safe if you're strong enough.
he's got a bugbear as well.
Right. I was gonna say, got a big ass bear with him.
True.
And look at
And it's full of magic items. You could just be like,
Yeah, his magic items are, oh look, it's a whistle, that doesn't blow noise. That's his magic items.
The 20 Jedi stones you can just throw at people.
This candle that doesn't go out.
Some Jedi
This
stone
magic
castanets.
Hey, there is a huge piece of armour that I just press a button and it turns into a big automatron.
So, as we come up, can we see Hypnos or Tatiana anywhere?
So, as you come through into this area, you can see all of the shopkeepers are stood at their doorways, all applauding you as well.
That's a disco.
You can see that as you come into the opening, that some of the more armoured people from where some of you've seen at the north side of the tree are lined up in front of Tatiana's house,
Like a
up
guard
to
of
the
honour.
tree. You can see that they're there, kind of having a procession.
I feel like this is a bigger deal than we realised it actually was.
Can I see Fayette, my blowjob fairy?
Right. So, blowjob fairy.
You said what she gives whatever you want.
So they are. The fairies are also out just outside, so they're kind of in the doorways of the trees, and they kind of can't hear them obviously, but you can see that their hands are moving to
I'll wave a
to
look.
each other.
I'll give him a wave.
I will look the smuggest I've ever looked in my entire life. Just like,
This is you actually finally on the good side for once as well, isn't it?
So
every now and again, just fire and I'll just blast up.
and you can see Tatiana in a normal form. You can see that obviously a sort of dragonborn in white plate armor with wings, standing near the doorway in the tree. You can see that the doors are open, and that kind of familiar pink swirling mist is just inside the doorway.
So, I see Tatiana as me, or...
Yeah, so
okay.
as you've seen Tatiana in whatever your character's perception of like most sexual desire. So I don't know what that would be. Like a huge fucking Goliath thing, like the biggest you've ever seen, big ogre thing, like
Take it, old lady!
stood
me up in one hand.
stood next to the doorway, next to this thing, and you can see that she's also clapping, even though she did most of the work.
So I'll jump off the car.
I got the helmet. I'm claiming every single bit of this.
I'm gonna say it was Bear that got the helmet, but
I put it on.
It was a team effort.
If we didn't keep everyone off him.
Listen, those who wins the wars, they get to tell how the story of how it happened.
Yeah.
Bear is there, but he's too dumb.
Actually,
so-
those that write the books tell the story.
Well done, O'Rourke, you did really
Yeah, that's
well.
probably what it'd be like. He'd probably be like, yeah, well done, Haroon. Probably got the helmet off.
So I'll jump off and I'll start.
Yeah, so the carts kind of line up.
Do the soldiers, like, if we walked in between the soldiers, has it sort of procession sort of way? Do they end up at Tatiana?
Yeah, so they are.
And they got their axes like this, and they lift them up as we walk
I
through.
meant to get the trees from in there, but basically where the entrance is, they are either side in front of the trees, and they lead up to the tree line, and the carts kind of drop you off at the one side.
What like sort of race are these soldiers? I know we've seen soldiers before. I know they're in blood.
They are fully armoured up,
Yes,
but
we
they're in
can't
some
see.
kind of wooden armour. It'd be difficult to see their race.
Yeah, that's why I just was wondering because we didn't check last time. I was just.
So you can see that some of them do have like tails of various shapes and sizes, but not all of them. Like the odd one or two, but you've got about 15 each side.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start walking up to Tatiana. I'll sort of get off the cart, stop for a sec, just to see if Doc needs a hand getting off the cart.
I'm fast asleep. Yeah.
Doc, leave her with more reward for her.
We're here. We're here.
All right.
Would you want to hand off?
Oh, please.
I'll grab one of the big. Can I grab one of the big centaurs? Excuse me. Can you give us a hand?
So the centaurs that are kind of hooked up to the Yuan masks.
We don't see any centaurs we know here, do we?
None that you recognise.
Shame, trying to get a big burly one for you. Didn't
Well,
work.
I see Alfred.
They're all kind of hooked up to the car, so every time he turns around to try and help the car, will kind of follow.
I'll just help Dot off a little bit.
It's literally just something.
Hendrik, you okay?
Yeah, good.
He kicked
yeah,
me in the face
Why?
because I told him to do
Ron,
something.
are you good?
Is there
Yeah, I'm good.
is there some reward though still?
We need
waiting
to.
us?
I think we need to give the helmet.
There is for me.
We need to give the help. We need to thank Tatiana for saving our bacon, and then I think we need to speak to Hypnos and give him his helmet back.
All I'm doing right now is whinging about how much I hate centaurs walking up towards the squad.
So
Shall
I'm just trying. Lilith is trying to usher Uruk to go the right way towards Tatiana.
Nudging.
Yeah. So shall we go? Come on. Let's.
Doing the cat thing between the legs, so he's having to like step
That's it.
in the right direction.
It's a brave thing to walk between my legs when I'm not proficient in my armour.
You racist fuck. Let's go.
Fucking centaurs. I walk up there just under my breath.
They're your trigger race, aren't they?
So as you
They
all
are.
kind of walk
I hate
through,
them.
you can see that these guards kind of pull their weapon, and behind you, each of them kind of touch weapons.
So we can't get out.
No.
Just in a kind of
Okay,
way,
like
so
a
they
garage,
kind of close, and then like as after a few, they start to open. So it's like a wave.
Does there look like a catch in there?
Not that you can see.
I'll ask,
Not, they're all in the exact same.
I'll ask the last guard. How goes the defence in the north?
Well, we seem to be winning, especially now that you've brought this item back.
That is good news. It's good news. Is the front pushed up?
Well, we're pushing further, and the barrier seems to be expanding.
That is very good news, everybody. Can you
Just
see
like
a
my
castle
ego.
to the north?
There was always a castle to the north.
Is it direct north of Vixen?
Almost. That's where the other army comes from.
Thank you.
Um,
Tatiana, thank you!
So Tatiana stood right next to the doorway, and you can see she's kind of like slow clapping.
And,
That's
is
fucking
she
patronising.
healed? Is she healed now? Her feathers back.
You can't see any kind of damage on her. You can see that she's relatively, she's all still sort of perfect, pristine, clean. Like obviously looks important.
I believe we owe you a big, big thanks.
Ah, no thanks necessary.
Well, there is, because I think we would all be dead. if
I
we were
believe you owe me a big thanks. Oh, same response to Tatiana.
Tatiana.
How far away from
I thank you.
How far away from the tree are we?
So you are at the base of the
So
tree
can
now.
I just put my hand on the tree and call out for Hypnos? Ask him to join us.
You can place your hand on the tree and ask if you like.
Yes.
Give me a persuasion check, and also as your hand kind of touches the tree, you can feel a sort of vibration coming from the tree.
13.
Like you hear a voice inside your head that asks you to come through the tree.
Is there a door?
So the doorway that you come through is already open, and you can see that there is a familiar pig skull.
Tatiana, I apologise. I'm sure you know where we need to take the helmet first.
It's waiting inside.
But we shall come and we shall talk afterwards. Guys, I think you all remember this. We can go through, and Hypnos should be there. We can hand him.
I will look around and be like, I like it here. I like that helmet.
That helmet is needed by Hypnos.
I can't enjoy anything anymore.
The moment you take that outside of the barrier, you have got a target on your back, and you will be hunted by everything that's just happened will be happening every time you step foot outside that barrier.
It happens anyway!
There might be a big reward to the other side.
Yes. Hypnos did promise a reward for returning this.
He is my deity.
There might be a bigger one to the north.
I don't hear that in my head. Stop trying to get me to run
You
away.
could bat them against each other and get an even bigger reward. I'm the captain now.
I am in charge of
Look
these
at me.
lands. I am in charge of these lands as we speak.
I am the captain now. I am in charge.
Can I ask for a statue?
Well, if you walk through the bloody thing, you can ask for a statue.
No, I asked Titiana if I can have a statue in this area.
Well, I'm sure that will be explained inside.
I'm
I thought it was your tree.
going to start to walk in. But
Yeah, so I'm in it now.
I help to guard this area.
She's a fucking guardian.
I don't own the tree.
Who owns the tree?
Well, the tree is a natural being.
Orla, can I have I'll walk through the fucking nest.
As I walk through,
Oh, thank you for saving us, Titania.
Yeah, very well.
Oh, thank you.
And thank you for doing exactly as requested.
That's okay. Trying to think what I did as requested, but that's
You came back with the item that you went out to seek.
of course we did, and we shall happily give it over.
The party's gonna have to gang pile on her.
Was that the typical Nathan stare?
yeah,
We will give this back.
I'll say to it, it's always good to
Can you charm it?
help him progress the site. I'll say to Tatiana that it's always good to progress and the betterment of the people and to do good for others.
This item holds enough power that it will expand the barrier quite significantly.
That's a good thing.
The larger the barrier, the more people we can save.
Can I insert that?
Yeah.
It's a 19.
Well, I rolled a 32.
Damn.
You rolled a 32 on what?
Either persuasion or deception, but you don't know.
Whatever. What's your plus? Jesus.
Much higher than yours, by the sound of it.
I'll come back in 10 levels.
You rolled a 32?
Yeah. That's a hell of a
Could have
plus.
been a nat 20 with a 12.
That's still pretty.
That's a plus 12. So anyway.
I'll take a plus 12 on any stat.
I'm just saying, she just ripped apart people, healed us for all a shit time. It's come back and is just standing there like.
And she had legendary actions.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck with
It's
it.
up to you. You're allowed to be as suspicious or trusting as you want to be.
I only trust Bron and Felix. I don't trust anyone else. Well, I trust Hypnos. He sort of can be my power. So I can't not trust him.
He's the only way. He's the only reason you're in this
Yeah.
party.
Come, alright, let's get through. Let's give, like, the quicker we can get that off your head and the target off our backs, I think the better we'll.
I think there's a group all trusting of each other there.
Yeah, I've grown to like you guys. I don't trust Mystique. That's the only one I don't trust.
The one who ran off in battle.
The one who left me to fight a spider while she was looking round for more gold.
Look at a wall.
And then has checked out my leg 50 million times to make sure it's not.
Ah, your leg.
Nobody's remembered about the leg.
I don't know about your leg.
I'll show you. I'll show you his leg. You can help me have a look at it.
I got a rash, and I got chlamydia.
Are we all going through?
Yeah, I'm going through. If anyone else.
I think the reluctant one. Are you going through? 'Cause we're all going through.
Yeah, I'll go see my boy.
My boy.
Can I put my arm around your arm?
Yeah.
Come on then.
I like old ladies you're looking. Really soft with her.
You just stand in front of me.
Yeah.
You're like Tyler Perry's fucking 6'9", but it's like so much.
You're the only one that walks as bad as I do.
Just two old crows.
Right, through we go.
Okay, so as you kind of step through the mist,
Is the mist pink as we go through it like normal?
so it is, yeah. So you step through
Because we've never stepped out of here before.
Well, I've never stepped out of here.
I get that, but no, it's similar to how you came in. It's like a sort of, it's a very sort of subtle pink. It's not like a bright pink. As you step through, and as you walk through, you can see that you come into this sort of open, this kind of open area. It's just like a flat grassland, and you can see that in the horizon there's just a big tree line that kind of circles all the way around. You can see that obviously the canopy reaches over, but it doesn't seem like it casts a shadow in this area.
Looking up, is it just sky?
So no, it's still the canopy, but it doesn't
The
like
same
it
canopy?
doesn't look like it casts a shadow. It almost looks like you've just gone to the other side of the tree.
Oh, okay.
It's just in this area, there's no sort of forest underneath this tree, and there's no shadow cast by the canopy.
I want to ask him, when I speak to him, I just want to ask him a question.
So as you all kind of step through, you can see that sort of in the centre of the area in front of you, that there is a figure sat on what looks like a large concrete throne.
Did Revan come with us?
Revan has come with you, yes. Ron's like, suspicious! He's gonna get us killed!
Never seen that throne before.
He's never. You've always come from the other side.
I am going to keep my eye on Revan. Why is he coming with us? He's never left there before.
Welcome to my side.
Yeah.
Revan's left. He's always left and come back.
Yeah, he's
No,
never
he-
come into here though.
He comes in with other players sometimes,
Yeah.
so he does leave.
Because Hypnos is the one who normally greets us, isn't he?
Yeah, so as you come
Revan's
in,
been in there before.
I don't trust him.
Well, as far as we're concerned, we don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Revan's
know.
come in and out with me.
Yeah, Felix has.
Oh,
He
just
has
right
a
in his
key.
throne room.
Yeah, no, the throne room's a different room.
That's what I mean. So as
so
far as
you're,
we're
not,
concerned,
you're not in a throne room. You're
He's just
still
sat
in
on the
this
throne.
open area that
But
you
he's sat on
entered
the
in
throne.
before.
But
But
he's now on a throne.
he's now
There's
sat.
just a throne in it now.
We've never looked behind us coming in this way, ever.
Oh no, people have.
No, I never have.
but the throne wasn't there, was it? When people
The
have
throne
it.
wasn't there before.
Yeah.
It's kind of sat further back than where you would enter.
Hmm.
So it's probably around sort of 50 to 100
Yeah.
feet
Is there
from
any
where you are.
iconography on the throne?
You're about 100 feet from it.
I'll wait till I get a little bit, about 50 feet.
Okay.
Look for iconography on the throne. Is he sitting on it, I assume?
Yeah, so he's sitting on this throne. He's got his sort of pasty white legs crossed, whilst he sits on the throne with the two hands. You can see how pale his skin is. You know, very sort of
Sick pale.
like white. So every time you've seen him, you can see that his skin is kind of like a white colour.
Does he look happy? Sad?
He does look happy. You can see that he's starting to clap as you walk through, but very sort of slowly clapping.
What face? No beard, no nothing.
No beard,
Does he
no
have
nothing. He does have hair. He's got black hair that's kind of. I always describe it as like straw-like, kind of sticks up on end.
Oh, most of the Sandman.
A little bit.
Yeah.
White skin,
Yeah,
straw-like
yeah.
black hair.
Cool, dude.
Cream Lord. Give me a perception check, see if you can see any iconography.
I think 13.
You don't seem to see anything. It almost looks just like a plain concrete throne.
Silly question, but does he wear clothes?
He's just in like a black robe.
Oh, okay.
Nah, he's fine.
Butt naked,
Naked.
nuts out,
It could be for
sticking to the stone.
an entity, you know, rather than like, it could just be a being.
Are we within talking range now?
Yeah.
So you're about 15 feet.
So I'm going to say to it, I'm going to say, Hypnos, are we inside the tree?
You are in my realm here.
Oh, wow.
That
There's
is-
no need for that.
That isn't what I asked. I said, are we inside the tree?
Well, you stepped through the tree into my realm. If you consider that to be inside the tree, then yes.
Okay.
And then like that.
Alright.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, it pleases me to see that you've come back so quickly.
Well, we don't fuck around.
Well, I can see that. That's why I chose you.
You did. You chose well.
And you all seem relatively unharmed.
Good. It's,
Those lot weren't.
No missing limbs, no a few minor scrapes and cuts.
no, with assistance from Tatiana, she helped us greatly in that battle. We seem to have, I don't know, walked into an ambush as I look around the group. It seems to be of that nature.
I couldn't say no to a plea to help. So
You're welcome, I will say to everyone.
I lent some of my power to Tatiana.
Can I say to him, just out of curiosity, when Ulrich put the helmet on, was that the reason why all those people appeared from the shimmering boundaries?
Possibly.
Is it the reason you saved us?
Urg shares some of my power, so maybe him wearing an item of mine triggered something.
So it was
By the way, he lent his power to Tatiana to save us. You weren't here to hear that.
I'm very appreciative of it. We did our very best, but I believe it was Bella that managed to intervene with.
You can see his face kind of scrunches up at the mention of Bella.
Do you know what sort of staff that she has, or anything that we could do to counteract that? Should we run into her again?
If you have a way to nullify magical items.
Sadly, I don't.
It was a sort of scream that came out of the staff. If we were able to reduce our hearing, would it minimise the impact of that scream?
Possibly, but that's the head of a demonic creature that used to be under her command. I think she found a way to, even though it's been killed, still use its abilities.
That's a horrific thing to do, an abomination.
I doubt dispel magic would work on that.
My kind of good.
Well, we'll have to
Well,
know
we
that.
wanted to see you restored and this land restored, and by the looks of it, the army have said the boundary is now expanding out. They're starting to win. How long that will be for, we don't know, but I think it should be cause for celebration now.
What can you tell us of the Guardians, Hypnos? We had no knowledge of Guardians until recently, and you kept that very quiet to us.
Well, I've given Felix some information on the Guardians.
Is
I'm
that
sure he'd
right?
be willing to share that information.
We haven't had a sit down, so you're probably right. I know we've been very
I
busy.
did tell you last session that I had information.
Yeah, you said the information. We'll talk about it after we take the helmet
Yeah.
back.
With Bella and our Aaron, that's his Aaron now.
It's just AA Ron. Titiana and AA Ron. I'm renaming all your agencies.
And
Think of a
these-
name, we'll ruin it.
Yeah. These other opposing forces and your army who fights in the north. Who is it that who's challenging your rule here?
Well, Bella seems to be the one the head of it.
Is she your greatest threat?
Well, she seems to be, but she was injured in the last fight that she entered between the tree and her army.
Is that why she's in a wheelchair?
I imagine so. She sustained some nasty injuries. Obviously, as the head, she was our main target.
Now, I hate to sound so vulgar and opportunistic, however, but we did go to great lengths to do this, and I was wondering whether or not you'd managed to procure any sort of I wanted to say reward. I mean, I know it is, but it will also be used in the fight against evil.
Well, obviously, I wouldn't let you leave empty-handed. And he opens his hands, and you can see that 7 chests appear at the sort of foot of either side of the throne that he's got.
Could I check if that's an illusion rather than actual?
Give me a perception check if you want. You can see they kind of rise out of the ground rather than just appear.
10.
They look like normal chests. Obviously, the deal was once I receive the helmet, you get your reward.
So
Of course.
Or look at
what's in the chest? Is it the same thing? Are they different? Is it customised for each individual person?
Well, I've procured items that I think each of you will enjoy.
Hypnos.
Whichever one that you go to will have the item
Oh, okay.
inside.
Hypnos, your hair really wouldn't look great in this helmet. It looks fantastic now.
Well, if you're thinking of keeping the helmet, I could just take your head.
Oh.
With the helmet.
Please start the helmet on.
He's only joking. Dot's gonna squeeze her grip and go, "Oh, you be a stupid boy now."
Got you in a headlock.
Can I insight that just to see if he really was joking?
Take an insight that if you
I
want.
just want that seriously.
Hypnos, I'm sure.
It's a 17 hours.
It seems extremely serious.
I'm
Or
sure
he's
you're,
not joking with you.
I'm sure you understand Urug and his dry sense of humour and his opportunistic style, so I'm sure you'll forgive his brashness.
Everyone just staring at it.
We all want what's in those fucking chests!
I want you to keep your head. I can forget the chest, I just want you to live. Out
So
this
I'm
room.
going to go over to the chest nearest to me and I'm going to lift the lid and see what's inside.
It's locked as you try and lift it.
There's
Still
your
got
key.
the helmet on his head.
I'm sorry, but obviously there is no reward until I get.
I'll give him the helmet.
Oh, I haven't even got to use it properly yet.
Well, there's not an item for you to keep.
But it attuned to me straight away. It made me feel pretty good, you know?
I think that's because my magic flows through me.
That's fair. So I'll take the helmet off in my hand, just looking at it.
He'll stand from the throne. He seems a little bit larger than he did last time. As he kind of extends his hands.
Go on then. I'll give him the helmet.
I'll trust that trouble as well.
Bro, you hear a voice in your head.
Here we go.
By any chance, did you not want this to happen?
Well, last time I opted to sustain my choices. And now I'm going to be presented a decision.
Good news is you knew it was coming, so you should have planned.
My plan was I hope it just goes away.
Yeah, Joel forgot.
So as Urug starts to lift the helmet off his head, a similar voice goes into your head.
I'm assuming there's this screaming in my voice now. isn't
Almost, yeah, like a panicked.
Oh, try not to.
So
I'm just gorgeous.
in that kind of moment, I kind of like step, not semi between the two, and I ask.
Should I get a thing? Let me get a thingy together. Let me just start off battle map. I mean,
Well, this is concerning.
I was just doing it because I thought you'd wind you up.
I'm stood right opposite him.
So how far away? We're about 15 feet, you said. So 5, 10, 15. Alright, so Dot's going to be next to Urug.
Well, I walked up to give him the helmet.
I
I'm
would
within
say,
touching
I'll
distance,
put,
aren't
the,
I?
I'll put the sort of chest
I don't know if you wanted
a
to
bit
come
closer
close
to
with
the
me, Dot.
side.
Yeah.
I'd say that as you were lifting your helmet, you were about 10 feet.
10 feet, okay.
As he kind of steps from the throne and extends a hand.
Fucking long ass arms, guys.
So how far? Oh, you see.
Well, he's expecting you to kind of take it off and
Yeah,
walk towards him to hand it to him.
Does he not know who I am?
Yeah, as I said, I'm not going to fully block. I'm just going to semi, like this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I would like that kind of, you know what I mean?
And I'll just
How-
go.
And that's
As in, sort of like here.
yeah. So it's like I kind of just slightly leaning. I'm not going like basically like my arms. Like no, don't get past me. But you know like how the charity people do as you're walking past them. They kind of just semi lean in just to get you. I'm not going to be able to insight my way out of this.
Can any of us
He hasn't
see
done anything yet.
sort of Bron acting in a strange way?
Or a worried way.
Can we get any vibes coming from Bron at this point?
I'm not.
Would they get any vibes? Would you be a bit like,
Yeah.
He's having an existential crisis. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I know. Well, I'm visibly worried.
Can you make a wisdom saving throw for me as you step?
Ooh.
between the two.
Why is my plus? It should be good. +4, I think it is. No, it's +7.
It's coming from him. It's going to be
26. Oh.
You feel something start to come over you and then vanish as you step
Okay.
next to.
Bron, what are you doing?
So, kind of not even, what are you calling it? Not even pay attention to you, I'm just going to straight ask the hypnosis. What purpose will you use the crown for going forward?
This will stop me from. This will stop the corruption. I will be able to exit the tree and help out.
We are in the tree.
Inside.
He's imprisoned in it, I think.
Church of Allah, that's what I'm saying. No, that's 10.
Seems like it's on the tree.
What do you call it? It's how. So was this yours before now? Was this helmet belong to you?
Well, I'm from that realm. I was able to walk in and out as long as people would dream. I could leave my realm and enter theirs. But without that helmet, I'm unable to do so.
How did you lose the helmet? How could a creature of your strength?
There are creatures stronger than me.
Did a stronger creature than you take it from you?
It seemed to be. The head of that staff is the creature that took my helmet.
I guess one more insight.
It was killed. It was killed for doing so.
By you?
But they seem to have.
Was it killed by you?
It was.
Let's have one more insight, I guess. That's a 14.
It seems like it's down the truth.
I imagine your plus is more than like 15 in whatever way you go.
So sort of spell it.
Well, I was gonna say this is kind of
Yeah,
Are you
I know,
stepping towards, or
No,
are you?
he can come to me. You think I'm gonna walk?
So,
Lilith will be pushing at his back, Orug's back legs as well.
I'm not bowing.
No, pushing
I'm not
you.
kneeling.
No, pushing
Trying
you
to
forward.
nudge you forward.
Trying to nudge you forward.
Yeah, I'll step forward with it in my hand.
I don't know if that's going to be. I don't have time to say prayer in my head, do I? I wanted
You've
that.
got about 6 seconds.
It's basically going to try and go to say prayer to Eli to say what is the danger true kind of situation.
You feel like a warm rush come over you, almost like a sort of warm breeze has blown on you, and you can see it go from one hand to the other.
As silly as it sounds, can a religion check or insight check if that is?
Give me a religion check.
Yeah. Because of
Told you, notes only make you stress out.
no,
more.
it's not that.
He's so nervous.
It's
I'm gonna say he doesn't have the everybody else telling him what he should think.
That's 13. Do I recognise it's alive?
It seems to be a bit like a sign. It's kind of a feeling you've got when you've prayed before.
That was no help to you, was it?
No, it won't. No.
You're not a cleric.
No, because I got Gar and a lion.
I'm just a druid. You'd be better off like.
Please, grass. Druid, entangle him.
Oh,
Try and entangle him. I bet.
I'm going to take a step back and I'm going to just basically watch every move that he does now.
What's Remin doing?
So yeah, sorry, I was just like Remen will be kind of near Bron.
And so that's what Remin's doing, because is he looking fidgety? Because Bron's fidgety, and everyone else just wants their chest.
Remen looks fine.
Is he looking at a chest like my one?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I'll give him the helmet.
I just took a step back.
I've done it. I've put it in his hand. He's got hold of it, but I haven't quite let go yet. Do I feel power when he grabs the helmet? Do I feel something?
Yeah, but it's almost like an intense, like you almost fall to your knees kind of power.
I'm level 20, guys.
And I take the helmet, you go to level 1.
That's what I'm really worried about, because this is my my part of the whole deity thing. So when I give him the helmet,
He's your deity.
he's my deity.
He could snap your fingers and you have no.
That's why.
Are you an Archway Waller?
No,
Oh.
I'm a warlock, but he's my deity.
No, that's what the half. You
Oh no, I've gone shadow or something.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he's got the
I
helmet.
thought he was Archfey.
When I felt that I've let go because obviously I didn't want to fucking get
I've
too
never
strong.
known anyone argue with their god so much.
So as he takes the
Have you met
helmet,
Uruk?
as he takes the helmet from your hands, he says, "Thank you, my young peon." As he starts to lift it up and bring it towards himself.
Because his hair like automatically slicked back as it goes on.
You can see that the helmet starts to change shape
Into
as
what?
he starts to put it on. You can see that a crown starts to form from this. You can see that it's a kind of golden crown.
I was a
But
king
it's
for
got
a
like
day,
a
guys.
neon green kind of outline to it, and in the centre is like an amber. There's like an amber gem that sits at the front and the back, as he places it onto his head.
Right.
I mean, it makes sense. He's the god of this. Like why wouldn't he ever?
Does that mean I was technically a king for a day?
No.
You wore.
You're wearing a king's crown for a day.
It didn't look like that when you wore it, though. Yeah,
Hold
big
on.
bug eyes.
I'm changing my name to King Uruk, alright? I won't be.
You can audibly hear all of the chests unlock.
What, just-
Yeah.
Don't tell them how well.
I will run and grab a chest before anyone else can move.
I'm already by my chest.
I will bow again. Say thank you, and open the chest.
I will look
Looks-
back at Hypnos when I'm touching my chest and saying, will this give me what I need to do what I need to do? If that
So
makes sense.
as you each sort of touch your chest to open them, you sense that the chest starts to open on its own as soon as you touch it. You see that a long tongue unravels out of each of these chests,
Fucking
Mimics,
and,
fuck!
and teeth start to appear.
Fucking hell.
I should have done it. Shouldn't have done it. Damn it.
Do you know
You
all the way
can-
through that?
As you kind of back
This is
off,
bad,
you can see that these chests
not.
begin to snap towards the party.
Can I? Oh, for fuck's sake! What's Hypnos doing? Why didn't I act?
but- Yeah, bro, it's all your
It's
fault.
all my
Roll
fault.
initiative.
It's all my fault. God damn it.
For fuck's sake, I told her I shouldn't give it him. I've already lost my head. No,
He's
that's-
evil.
You do that.
Well,
He's just giving you some trapped.
I mean, that's pretty evil.
Yeah, I mean, good people.
The evil thing, you could just be like, power kill,
Oh.
power kill, power kill, power kill, power kill.
if we do survive this, don't ever be a pirate, Bron, because I will literally have no fucking forgiveness for anything after this point. like the second something builds,
I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
I don't have enough chests to put on that.
It will.
Murder Squad V2.
It will. I will make the murder squad look like a fucking playground.
Do you want to write some D6 on there?
Yeah, maybe.
At least we got a short.
I've got four. Still got 4 red ones.
Oh, well, they're all the same colour.
Yeah, they're all the same.
So are they like
How many chests
in
were
front of
there?
him? So like 1, 2.
Yeah, so if you've all sort of, I mean, we're not gonna put creatures down for them because they're not
No,
here,
no.
are they? So there's 1 for each of you plus Remin.
Let's take these off.
Yeah,
So
so
6 chests.
I'm gonna say so we won't. I don't know which one you want to be at or anything.
I'd be the one closest to Dream, wouldn't
And
I?
I'm gonna see the one, I guess, next to Dream. Cause
I was like, where the fuck is Ulrich? So just push everybody, sort of, yeah.
we survive.
I was like, where the fuck is Ulrich? Like,
It's Christmas, man.
you
Is
see,
this like a stocking?
you see that Remin's chest doesn't, it just opens.
Wow.
Oh, how convenient!
No tongue comes out.
Hold on, did I like the bronze see that? The bronze see and Luke?
All of you see that.
Right, okay. That's it. Go on, wash this place. Hey, Tatiana, go on.
I'm blue beaming everything!
Bella, new bag.
0 to 5.
Oh,
No, you just ruined
5 to 10.
Like, he can't be.
7.
He's the god that.
No, Never trust a fae.
Fuck all
It's
that.
the old.
All those notes.
I've got that on my first page.
Never trust a fae.
Yeah, somewhere.
I think that's what I told you when you first came in, wasn't it?
17.
I
that's right.
got 17.
I was 18.
So 10 to 15, and then everybody got
Hold on, I think I'm between there. 15.
15 to 20.
I got 17.
I was 18.
19.
Ooh.
Look at this, these warlocks are fucking dexterous, boy!
You can't categorise that. Can't trust every single fae. He's a god.
No, that is the known thing. Like, you never give a fae your full
Oh, I
name.
need to take my helmet off.
It's written down, it must be true.
That's like saying that every barbarian is stupid.
No, but it is a known thing not to give a fuck.
What's your plus for initiative?
Ron's got a last name. I'll never fucking give it.
What have you got last name? I just never told anybody.
Yeah, Bron Hypnos. It's him!
Right, no.
What did you roll? 7. What's your plus?
3.
You rolled bad!
He rolled worse.
Well, no, the chest rolled. I don't imagine.
Oh yeah, do you want me to roll initiative?
I don't know, is he fighting us?
I don't know, he hasn't
I'd
seen
rather
you
him not.
moved. He's just kind of done that and is starting to sit back in his throne.
How tall? Oh, there is no ceiling, is there?
Can we just like have a like what the fuck to Hypnos whilst instant reaction
What
to
the fuck?
the chest like turn into these.
I think
monsters.
we all would say, what the
We're like,
fuck?
what the fuck?
You can hear him just going, ha 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 ha.
Does it sound like an evil laugh? Can I insight that laugh?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Is it evil?
Yeah, I think this requires insight.
Yeah.
It sounds relatively evil.
For fuck's sake,
So that was
guys.
like 24 as well.
Well, there goes all of our plans for the entire next 6
There goes my
months.
good fucking roll that I was going to. I got 23.
You got 23.
Yeah, to insight his
Laugh.
clearly evil laugh.
It definitely sounds like an evil man.
I was feeling so pleased that we completed a mission. I was like, oh yeah, we just
Milestone
If we hadn't
XP!
given him the crown, he was gonna chop off.
He was
his
just going to
head
kill
anyway.
it. He was just going to be like, dead.
And then we I understand what he could kill us anyway. Why?
He's toying with us, isn't he?
Games, isn't it?
Yeah, he's so powerful.
The chaos you can unlock
It's the
now
one-
with
it's
my
the one thing
determination of just doing others.
It's the one thing that the how I can't give you.
I understand.
Kill
Super
Felix.
Saiyan.
The note can say kill Felix. Okay.
I've known you my entire life, you know.
Yeah, all I have to do now is like notes and be like, kill this guy. Kill this guy.
Literally, I'm like the
I mean,
embodiment.
good luck trying to kill Felix because you got Lilith there as well.
I'll have fun.
I was gonna say like Moonbeam.
I can shoot him well out of
Yeah, but I was like Moonbeam.
Hold on a minute.
How many times are you gonna hit them
I'm
with
not
Moonbeam?
fighting you anyway.
once per
60
turn.
feet? Like
I'm not fighting you anyway.
you can move at 60 feet and you.
Yeah,
and
which
you
only
go into-
once.
Oh, you only
once.
hit
Yeah,
1%.
No.
I was gonna say.
That's when you call lightning.
That means
So what would you
everything
like
he
to do
told
as
me in
you,
that
as you
city
begin
was a
to
lie.
open this chest, you can see that
Always
sort of
the truth.
teeth and a mouth appear.
Oh,
And now he's just going. Now he knows you're going to assume it's a lie.
I can move like this.
We need
without
a very
getting
strong
attacked.
discussion
Yeah,
about
so-
that. What fucking water you've got?
Oh, crumbs!
Oh yeah, your water.
Mine was a lie.
Yeah.
He came to me.
Mm-hmm.
Without
Well, you said
even
it
kind
looked
of
like a lie.
thinking, it just kind of
Because
happens.
I told you that dream wasn't true.
Burning
Because of
hands.
it.
Because of the corruption.
Okay?
Because he was the
Kind
wrong
of-
side of the tree.
The
He
cone
couldn't
is
dream
that
people.
shape.
You can
So
still
I'm so
step to the
confused.
side here
And he's
without taking any.
my dream was
So if you wanted to-
follow.
But I suppose if you don't
It's
want
only
to
15
you
feet,
say
so
you
I
don't
can
want to
get,
hit.
I can get those two, and I don't want to hit Hendrik.
Right,
Do
yeah,
a
burn
thingy.
my,
Are you
my
coded?
chest.
Burn you!
Are you going to hit dream?
No, it's only 15 feet.
There's a 15-foot cone in your direction. Yeah, would miss Hendrik and hit that other.
So I get the two of them. Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not fighting. I don't know where that came from.
Is it a save on my end?
Yeah. Dex 13.
I mean, the chest, they should be very dexterous.
I thought we were
Is
in
it
a
half
nice
damage
one.
if
He's
even
I got a
for you?
15.
gone with the good guys.
On both?
So,
Is it half
Oh, you
damage?
got-
on both.
Each?
There's
a-
a
All over again.
No, there's a 15 on this one and a 4 on this one.
Excellent. So
Takes full damage.
this one takes half. So I've got to roll.
It might be a silly question, but maybe it's a shape changer, isn't it?
Well,
If it's a mimic.
6.
Yes. Okay.
If it's a mimic.
I say
It might be an angry chest. We don't know what the. It might be Dream's little foot.
3.
I know D can be very
That's
pedantic.
better.
That's-
9.
That's chunked it up a bit.
10, so 5.
Okay.
5 on the one, 10 on the other.
Yeah. 5 on one, 10 on the other.
Second one failed.
Second
Ah,
one
do I not-
failed. I rolled 4 on that one.
Do not have to roll separately.
No, you should roll damage.
If
and
you
then-
want to roll separately, or you can just take.
Yeah,
I just roll one
roll
set
again.
damage.
There was a lot of ones in that first one.
Yeah.
So,
4.
like I say, so the first one takes 5.
6. Thank you. Maths failed me.
It
15.
takes 15 points of damage, so you can see that that one actually
Yeah,
starts
yeah.
to take quite a bit of damage.
Is it fire damage?
Yeah.
Of course, it's not.
Yeah.
I was like, let me just make sure there's not.
Hello, fire.
Jesus Christ.
Is that Remin next to me? I'm alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Remin's here, but his chest isn't a creature. Let me just pull that.
Do we see what he pulls
Do I
out?
see what's in the chest from where I am?
It's,
it only-
it's a kind of white light. You can't actually see
Okay.
what's in the chest currently. Uruk.
Oh, I need to do something.
Quick, I'll reach into his chest and grab something.
I'm going to reach forward, touch it, and use inflict wounds
On the creature.
on the
Front of
chest.
you. Okay.
Will I roll hit?
You're doing it at level 1? I think so.
I get. I can do it at level 2. I think I get a free inflict wounds. I'll do it at level 1. Yeah. Yeah, level 1. I only have it as level 1. So you need to do. Oh, I need to hit you.
Mm-hmm.
17.
Yeah.
I went very well.
Mm.
Which is 3d10, so that is 5, 9, and 8 is 17 necrotic
Ouch.
damage.
So that takes some damage. Wow.
And then bonus
You can see that there's quite a lot of damage. It starts to wither as you start to spread these sort of black veins across this creature.
Oh, there's been a lot of damage, is it? That?
That's quite a lot of damage.
So,
Then that's me done. I'm just gonna be like,
Ron.
well, can I shout, say, what the fuck? That's all I'm doing.
I'm going to bonus action my Misty Step.
That's what I was gonna do, but I couldn't do 2 spells in a turn.
30. And then for my action, I'm going to do Guiding Bolt on the one that was in front of me.
Okay.
Use that one.
Well, poor old Hendrik. He's gonna have
Maybe not.
his chest is just gonna be like.
That's a 16 there.
Is it?
Yeah. So that was.
Yeah. Funny enough, they don't really have any armor or shields or anything.
Yeah.
5.
You're gonna have a mimic shield.
So that's 7 radiant damage.
Okay, nice.
And then.
Next attack goes.
Yeah, next attack gets advantage on it.
It starts to glow, doesn't it?
Yeah, it has a big light on him.
This one has cracked. No, that's been large.
The black one in front of you.
No, that's good. That's good. Just so that you remember. Is that everything?
Yeah, just it says Hypnos just sat on the throne and doing nothing.
Yeah, so he's just kind of sitting on the throne watching as all of this unfolds.
Okay.
It would look really cool to one hit his
This-
chest,
this-
by the way.
So you can see that the crown that he's got, something at the front has started to descend, almost like a skull-like front of the crown.
Oh.
Starts to descend from the crown itself to cover his face.
He's got a skull.
He's definitely. You say he's definitely evil, but the uncorrupted ground was still growing in our favour. And he's managed to fool a whole.
Maybe it's not it.
You can see that Remin puts his hand into his chest and he pulls out a full quiver full of arrows that he puts onto his back and then just kind of like turns around and
Just starts walking off.
20, 25, 30.
It's like everyone gets Like a range ship.
and just kind of stands next to Bron, but he doesn't look. He's just kind of.
But he
in
hasn't,
his still cheery self.
he hasn't shot at any of this chests.
Hasn't shot any chests or anything.
Can I use my 6 seconds? You're not going to take a shot?
A shot at what?
The mimics.
What mimics?
Okay, I guess that's the 6 seconds of it.
Felix.
Maybe he's not that bad.
I'll just shout out. What is this?
Should have just written a load of like potential questions and Felix Myers. No, I do have the whole thing.
Okay, what is this? Is a fairly reasonable
Yes,
question.
have you just attacked us with chests?
Oh no, I was just laughing because I'm expecting more questions and I'm like, I should have done.
I mean, I've got more, but I've sort of limited it to like one question a turn that I can legitimately ask.
What was it?
I commend you for your efforts so far, my friends, but now that I have this item, I no longer have need of you.
Oh, well, weird then.
Okay.
I feel bad.
So, I just last little bit. So we are to die.
Well, it depends. If you can fend these off, then I will send you back to your realm and you no longer have to worry about it. If not, then I'm sure you will die.
Do you not think you might need our help at some point again in the future?
Well, I can leave now, can't I?
Well, better to make allies than enemies.
Well, better to kill everybody than have allies or enemies.
So you would kill everyone. That would be your end game.
Well, if somebody harboured hatred towards me, I would kill them.
Well, we've done nothing but help you.
I know, but now I no longer have need.
But you may have
Let
need
me
in the
help
future.
you go to Gar.
You may have need in the future. The Bella. You've had a near miss with her once. She's a powerful entity. We will help you continue to fight her. I mean, clearly there are many different powerful entities within this realm. We're very happy to ally ourselves with you in the ongoing struggle between these powerful entities. So it is in your interests not to put us into this dangerous position.
I thought you were here to fight the corruption of the Feywilds.
Will you leave the Feywilds?
I am the corruption of
Yeah.
the Feywild. And I'm not afraid of Bella because now I have Titania. And as he extends his hand towards the doorway of the tree, and you can see that the doors burst open, and a long, snake-like looking dragon face comes through the tree.
The good news is I was right.
and you
Bad
can,
news is with it.
you can see that this body is long. It doesn't seem to have wings, but it seems to come out and starts to circle
Like a Komodo, like
in
a
the air above you.
sort of
Like
Chinese
a
dragon.
Chinese dragon.
Have I semi-seen it before? Did I see it in that vision?
If you knew this was
Not
going to happen,
really.
it's on you
No.
for not cluing us in on the way back.
But this creature is large. You can see that it's snakes,
couldn't
almost
clue
the
you in.
entire 100
Just
feet
Tatiana was
distance.
So I'm going to continue trying to persuade him to say, look, we were not here to fight the corruption. We were fighting the corruption because that was your will. We are here to help execute your will. We are. You've got a loyal servant here. You are his deity. We are his party. Whether or not you feel inclined to do whatever you need to do, we are better for you alive than we are dead.
Well, fight these creatures off, and maybe you can join me.
Dragon.
Felix, you shoot the dragon.
No.
I was going to say.
that's my.
I was like, excuse me!
So we got. She got a dirty 20. And then I got a 14.
Yeah, you could go. You could go.
On the mimic.
Yeah.
I'm going to be whacked with a quarter staff.
So
There's nothing I've got.
it is going to be
This is what happens when you stereotype.
9 piercing damage and
Nice.
4 cold damage.
Nice.
And then mine is going to be
Let's just get rid of these chests. See what he does after. I think.
20 piercing.
Let's
and
kill these chests.
Two cold.
See if he thinks we're with
So
him.
altogether
I
that's
don't like that run.
32 points damage.
I forgot what I said on the first one, so we'll just go with that, yeah.
So about 32.
Yeah.
So
No, I think
this
it's an
chest
innocent.
just
I think he
falls,
maybe just been. I
collapses
don't know what's going
into
on.
nothing.
I will use my extra attack.
I think that was
Come on,
Is that when you're one?
And they're all mine.
I'll use my extra attack onto that one.
Okay.
With
Felix
advantage.
just single-handedly, without even using both of his attacks, him and Lilith take out
Just
one.
taking out one.
Okay, good.
So we got 13.
30.
You get,
13.
Oh, 13
you get
to hit.
advantage on the.
I would be
Oh, yeah.
ecstatic if it was
I
13.
thought I was like, what?
You get advantage on that
Yeah,
chest.
we'll get to
I've done
advantage.
that. That's
Oh,
sadly
shit.
with
13 is a hit.
Bloody hell, did you roll?
As I said, funnily enough, they are really covered in armour.
We got 14 plus 8.
24.
24 piercing.
Ouch, nice. That was with 7 points of
that one, yeah.
Oh, 22, sorry.
with 7 points of
Oh,
thingy that hit it.
22, sorry.
7 points of radiant hit it.
Oh, yeah, I had 7 radiants already on it, yes.
Yeah. Still up.
Okay, well.
Is hanging on one hinge though.
I'll just
One hinge point.
look back at I'll just look back at Tatiana and just sort
Oh,
of
Tatiana's flying above
Yeah,
you.
well,
or
just
at least
look,
a,
just
a
just
white dragon is flying
scream
above
out
You can
through
wait
lies.
you lied to me.
I am mortified
I
at this.
put my name on
Both-
everything for you!
Both in character, out of character, I am mortified.
I didn't spend a full year leading up to this.
All the
Mortified.
Everything we've done.
She was meant to be a guardian.
Or was she? Or was she just
Was
saying
she
that
the
to
one
make you
hunting the
think?
guardian?
Funny, because I was going to
Did
ask,
she just make you think?
because they kept
The
expanding.
best thing was when I said to Felix about the
occupying land.
about the frost giant was the man with black hair. Put me here.
That's why I asked for
Multiple people I've seen!
Not really.
There's 3 of us here.
Yeah, I got black hair. I've got black hair. Yeah, but you're always covered in armour. Like, Bron's got brown hair.
Yeah, the man with black hair. That's not exactly enough for me to just go, right, it's the god.
No, but
To be honest,
you've got to think of something strong enough. To,
When I said, what does he look like? Joel did just say, he's got black straw-like hair. It didn't click.
I never met this giant.
I thought he'd catch on last time. No, but he didn't.
Caught at the dragon thing. I knew
Yeah.
Tatiana was a dragon,
We're not to let you know.
He did catch on.
but
You haven't got as deep as you did in dance.
but I didn't
Is that
think.
everything Felix can do?
Yeah, that's everything. But I
Okay.
didn't think I would be betrayed.
Okay, so I am going to attack with my longsword +1 in a single-handed.
I'm going for a nervous piss.
I already know I'm nervous pissed sat still. by baby a new chair. Everything we've done in this campaign has been for the bad guys.
And I've been trying to hide everything from Kieran. So like whenever I print something off, I have to like put it away immediately so Kieran doesn't just
Do
accidentally
you know I
walk
thought
past.
every gut instinct
It's a 1.
And that one,
Yes.
like luckily you're not really aiming at anybody, but you might hit the Dream Lord. So I'll get you to roll again.
He's pretty far away.
Well, he's kind of. I'm guessing you attack. Oh, you're with your sword, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of hit the ground. Sorry, I was like a magic spell, and I was like,
Okay. But I am
get
going,
excited. I want something to.
I am going to use defensive flourish. So whenever I take the attack action on my turn, my walking speed increases by 10 feet until the end of the turn. I can. It says if a weapon attack hits, you can expend one of your bardic.
It hasn't hit.
So it hasn't hit. So
Yeah,
no
it's
point
not
doing
gonna
it.
do
No
it.
point doing it. Okay.
Yeah, no. So
Alright.
just save that for now.
Right.
I mean, you hit the floor, but
Okay. But can I
Had to get a hit.
can I still move? It's still got movement, haven't I?
Yeah, you should still move.
So can I? If I'm
They get an attack of opportunity when you move
will
back.
I- will I-
Yeah. Unless you disengage, but you've already sworn.
If you're pretty healthy, you can take it. Hopefully.
Sorry.
But then, like, it's still attack me though, I guess. But
It's going to attack you on its turn anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got 2 near you, so if you
Yeah.
go away, at least only 1 will be able to get to you. So you take 1 little hit now, I guess.
Maybe it's can move, can't
I'll move
you?
back.
Move, can't
Then
You wanna
As far as
move?
I can, yeah.
So 5. It is going to take an attack opportunity.
Because theoretically, you could argue it's actually going to get 3 attacks against it rather than 2. Because one's a reaction
do you know how
attack.
hard it is for me to
Two
play
are
good
normal
guys
attacks.
with all my characters being?
Yeah.
So you're going to get 3 rather than 2.
I have fought every
Sure.
instinct
Well,
possible
no, not
to
if you get
stay
out of the
and
range.
maintain
Because
and
that will
be,
come for you.
try to be good.
On that you've got immortal.
This is the end of my campaign now.
He's a shoe settler. It's been hit by you and Felix.
Felix is going full emo now.
That's a 17 to hit.
Is it? Yes.
Yes, I need to eat my pain away. Thank
I need to eat my pain away.
You've got your teeth in now,
I
yeah.
got the teeth in. Yeah, I've also got a pack there.
Cheers. I don't- I'll give
That's 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Good job, Pip.
And you are also grappled.
That means you can't be.
Good job, Pip.
I'm good, thank you.
I'm not taking any bribes. Don't give him a Jaffa. He doesn't deserve one.
But it's good.
He's just trying to get you out there. And because you're grappled,
You are a liar.
Unless
You can
dies.
you can
And that one's
do a
taking
check.
damage, doesn't it?
Strength
Is it the
check.
start?
And you-
15?
15. Yeah. It'll be the star at the end of the turn.
Probably the end. It's normally the end.
But if it's the end, he gets to do it now.
It just says grappled and he has disadvantage on the grapple. I've only checked made to escape his grapple at disadvantage.
He's got-
You've got sort of
He's got.
sucked
If
in.
it's grappled, he's got to
Use his
actively
action.
do.
Yeah, you got to use your action next turn to get out.
Or
you can just stand
we'll
there and
kill
whack it.
I'll kill it. It's fine.
So
He's not getting that
he's
one
gonna
hit
find
you.
the grapple.
One dot will just burn the living
Yeah.
shit out
Well,
of
you've
it.
got another cone you can use, haven't you, I'd imagine.
Oh, yeah, I could do it twice. couldn't I?
Restrained, blessed, critical,
You've got
paralyzed,
restrained, now that's
charmed,
kind of grappled.
unconscious, haste,
You've ruined Christmas.
petrified,
You are the Grinch of D&D. My AC is 18, if you want to hit me.
I know what your AC is.
But I do have a reaction, so...
Okay. So, Hendrik's grapple. My turn!
Tell you what, you could shove your turn.
Oh god. Grapple bridge becomes 0, doesn't benefit any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grapple is incapacitated. Condition ends if the effect
I should have hit.
grapple from each.
Should have hit.
I think the people are innocent. I think the people have been lied to. The ones that brought us in, I think they've all been lied to by Tatiana and
The
So,
wise ramming got came next to me of all people.
I'm going to go for Orug first.
Maybe she's under some.
Oh, he's got his ring off.
First one misses. The
because
second
he did say
one,
now that I have her,
Yeah.
his HP. So maybe she is
You missed it.
good.
Well, that's a hit on thingy with
It's a
a
small consolation prize that she's still good.
with a 19 to hit Orug.
Mm-hmm.
Kill him.
Doesn't have the magical effect.
I wouldn't have known this if it wasn't for him. I would have been happily in denial.
5 points of damage.
Yeah, he's still standing.
5 points of damage to you, Orug.
Okay, I'm going to hellish rebuke.
Okay. It's gonna die because only on 1 health. The one that hit you, then on
Alright,
1.
just kill him then. Was it, did that come across from there to hit me?
Yeah.
It wasn't one in front of me?
No,
No, the one in front of you missed.
Oh, okay.
The other one came over to hit.
but you got rid of it.
Hendrik's gonna get bitten down on.
Because I was going to do it on the one that was in front of me if the other one had already
I
sworn.
only rolled a 2, so it's a 7 to hit Hendrik.
Miss.
Like,
Also really bad.
and the other one
Yeah.
will move over to the top.
Oh,
Attempt to attack. Ooh.
What a waste of a hellish rebuke.
That
Luckily I
is-
get a free one, but what a waste of it.
What a waste of
That's
trying
a
to be good in
23
a
to hit
campaign.
that.
Oh, that's
Never been a good guy.
This is why the murder squad
Yeah,
turned into
well.
the murder squad, just so you know.
I'm going to get a new mini who's going all ink
that
black and
is-
everything now.
10
Yeah.
points of bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you are grappled. That's not invisible, not grappled.
I'm going
You got a
to do
shield.
a hellish
And you just go,
rebuke as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then
That's
funny
a big-
rebuke.
Yeah.
There's just fire going.
I mean, come on, if anyone's going to have hellish rebuke, it's a fire.
A fiery warlock old lady.
I feel like a deep voice comes from his get off her.
I don't get a free one, so I'm actually going to take my spell.
So yeah, Dex 13 for that one.
Oh, I got a nat 20 on the dex check.
You guys got a -7.
Half as much, so it's
Luckily, the plus.
3d10,
3d10 is still quite a bit.
which is
The percentile dice.
D10 is
that
these
one.
ones, yeah,
Like a dreidel.
and this one. They're both D10s.
South
apart
Park
from
and
one is D10 and one is digits. So
perfect. Okay,
Come on,
0
here we
is
go.
a 10.
so I've got a 3 and a
8.
5, and then I've got one more 10.
So half of 10. So 5 points of damage.
Fire damage.
And he hit it for 5 last time.
Yeah.
Consistent.
Consistent damage.
Consistent 5 points of fire damage.
Out of potential 30. Then.
Yeah.
Well, 15.
Well, you rolled 10, didn't you?
And drew in level 3. And that technically wasn't even an action. That was just a
No,
reaction.
Yeah.
3 damage.
If
Yeah,
you go as a
okay.
tiefling, you get a free hellish rebuke at level 3. It's
That's-
insane.
So,
At the
yeah.
start of the round, you can see that the Dream Lord's throne starts to rise into the air. You can see that his clothes start to change, and they start to pull up his arms, and you can start to see more skin of his arms. You can see it's still white as it comes, but now this full front of the crown has come. You can see that these two sort of ghost-like creatures start to come from around the back of the throne to reach over.
So what we've done is we've made the big boss that we end up going to have to kill eventually.
Stronger.
We've just made him a hell of a lot stronger.
I think I'll leave it at one. It's not going to go somewhere
I'm never coming back here again!
Imagine him like when all they all come back.
Jamie's painted the version because I haven't painted mine yet.
When Gaz and I come back, we're like, right, so this is what happened.
I'm going to kill everyone. Except the I don't think the villagers, I don't think they knew. I think they were lied
Are you
to.
finally in Bronze Camp?
There's not fucking Fey Inquisition full speed ahead.
We've kind of caused all these issues. We're going to have to come back and sort them out.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
No question everything. That big, awful black obelisk.
That
was
was
that
one of
even
them.
bad?
Might have been like an outpost for the good guys.
Could have been a fucking prison. Keeping
So I'm grappled, so
something
I
in
can't
bad.
move unless I break through.
A dark shadow.
Yeah, but you can still attack and you
Our
can
minds
still
have
do
been
other
fucking
things.
I
make
saw.
things
And how injured is this thing look?
Relatively injured, but not like it's on its last
That's
legs.
why she said when we got here, what, are you sure this is the right
Looks
place?
like it's about a
I
third.
saw a glimpse of what is, and it's not good.
Right, I'm going
Oh,
to
really?
use
So
my,
everything's fine. Apart from this
um,
fucking tree.
shillelagh.
Okay, so you're gonna
It's the complete opposite.
you got a club. Oh, it's
This
that.
is
That's
the
like
corruption.
I mean,
Kept it in glass. Good
so
job.
that
he just
is
said when I give him that, the canopy's going to spread.
Yeah.
plus 5.
So we just took all the good land.
I picked the worst
That's
dice
why.
for
That's
seeing
why
that's
all
an
I
8.
didn't want to go there.
Okay, plus 5, 13.
13.
With a hit.
All I would have saw that. Fuck that.
She's currently camped just outside the canopy. So if that's gone big, it might have been good for we might have just killed all of it.
How do I struggle with all these?
Okay.
We're not happy with you.
What dice do you have? D8. That's a D8 one.
Okay.
Yeah, that one.
5.
They've managed to see.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
oh.
Same.
I thought I was going to finish
We'll
it.
probably be the same.
They can all join the Dreamland as just generic NPCs.
It's only
What the hell?
9:20.
I know. We can roleplay our deaths.
Well, normally we're supposed to finish about 10:30. That's like the normal time to finish, but we always go over.
I don't think we'll ever finish that.
No, never. It's always been like half 11, 12
Yeah.
o'clock when I've left here.
The only time we did was
When there was,
Yeah,
when there's so much to
5
do.
points of damage each
Yeah.
time. Like, go for it.
again.
Well, you're still kind
Oh
of
my
flailing in this
Oh,
thing
that was-
now.
that was-
You done 5 again?
5.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss consistency.
You can imagine it
Is
was
that your turn? You got
Yeah.
bonus action. Oh, you bonus action Shillelagh.
Get off.
Alright.
How weak does a chest in front of me look?
Have you hit it yet? You did.
Yeah, I did. I
You
I
inflict wounds on it, so it looks relatively damaged, but not. It still looks strong. Still looks sturdy. 17 points, wasn't it? I remember.
A message you want of a Christmas being salty as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best thing is you just told them where you're next going and everything, so they know where you next want to go.
Oh, fuck off, am I going there? I'm killing everyone. I told you. He's going full emo, screw the
I love
world.
it. He's finally team me.
I'm
Team Rob.
gonna toll of the dead on the one in front of me.
Okay.
So can we make a wisdom save for me?
You expressed none of
Let's
your
see how
concerns
wise
about
my
this.
thing is at. Oh, I got a dirty 20.
You did with
Fine,
me,
I don't do anything.
Why?
Bonus action, I'm gonna chuck some healing towards Hendrik.
I'm going to cack my
Yes.
pants. Bonus action, shit
So,
myself.
if
So,
I expressed
let me figure out
Everyone
how
knows
much I can heal
demonic.
you because I don't
So,
know.
if I expressed it, I would have
But it's a
thought
bonus
that.
action, so it's free. I'll give you
So hence I went.
I don't like that.
Like that.
I feel like you.
10 healing.
It's very nice. That's exactly what I
Is it?
I lost 10 on
I love it. I love being in the corner.
Then I am
Push the corner
going
so better.
to move this way 20 feet.
Okay, it's going to take an attack of opportunity. It's pseudopod.
Do I get a reaction on my turn?
It's not going to hit you.
You get a reaction, yeah,
Yeah, so every time it resets.
That's what I thought. I just wondered if I could do it on my turn.
Yeah, so at the start of your
Yeah.
turn, your reaction
That's what.
basically
Yeah,
resets.
I knew I'd got one.
But I only
after
got
my
7 to hit, and I know your AC got it
turn.
in
That
there.
doesn't hit me.
Anything else?
No, I've done everything I can.
Ron?
What's Remen doing next to me? Is he?
He's just kind of looking. He's kind of looks happy. He doesn't really you don't notice his facial expression change. Where all of you were going, "Oh my God!"
Did he look at the dragon?
He just doesn't even seem like he's noticed anything that's going on.
Okay.
His passive perception's 2.
He's the opposite of Bron. I'm just going to take a step away from him.
Check opportunity.
I don't think it's his past perceptions too. I think that he's just aware that this might be the norm.
Yeah, this might be the norm. That would be the question coming out of my string. Remen, are you not seeing the Hypnos with the skull and the ghosts in front of you?
No, he's just sat on the throne. What did you get out of your chest? What was it you wanted? I got some magic arrows.
We've got mimics.
I haven't noticed any mimics.
He's actually oblivious.
We asked for experience at the beginning of
Which
the
is what we
and that's
wanted.
what we're getting out of
How
our
much
chests.
experience do we get for creating the world worse? Or making the world worse?
Negative 1,000.
You all go back to level 1.
Yeah,
Welcome to the new
all
levels.
to level 1. You know, there were, in the earlier editions, in like the 3rd edition and stuff, there were creatures that would attack you and you'd lose experience points.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to.
That is fine.
So you could be like level 5 and you just get on like level 3 in the fight.
Imagine just leveling up.
Sorry,
I'm so happy you get hit once. Don't even get to use anything you.
I think that's why they swapped it with the your charisma gets reduced.
Yeah. When's that? What's it?
People probably really hated the fact that they were like, oh no, level 1 again.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Moonbeam. Yeah.
On Remen.
No. On the Mimic. This one here.
This one here.
So it needs to make a con save.
Okay.
And a shape changer makes a saving throw with disadvantage, and if it fails, it also instantly reverts to its original form.
As your let me just
Should blow up chest.
That's what is in Mimic's original form.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is it a ditto?
No, hold on. He's got could be dispel magic. Or counter spells. So Tatiana, don't forget Tatiana's above us, who's a fucking strong spellcaster.
You.
He did dispel every Eldritch Blast I threw.
But what's an Eldritch Blast? This is. Oh, so, well,
Counter spell can dispel.
Yeah.
Can stop counter.
but just so you know, I was casting it at 3rd level. If you are going that route. That means he has to cast it at 3rd level.
And watch out when you're beaming down, you don't hit Tatiana.
If it gets it, I will.
Fly
Don't
through
pull
it.
her into combat.
Yeah, just think that when she's circling, she goes into it every time.
I wouldn't say that was covering. No, it's not. Your moonbeam is totally fine.
I'll just use that for the time being.
No yellow. Or yellow. That's not fucking yellow.
Moonbeam is on him.
I know we have a.
None of them left yet. Do you reckon they're talking?
So what am I doing, sorry?
It's
I might be
a.
shopping in town or something like that.
Sorry.
Oh, okay.
It's a con save of 15.
A con save of 15.
Why is it always fucking
That's 17.
Okay, it still takes half damage.
I'll just load the dice.
It's 3d10.
This is DM dice.
That's not how it goes.
1, 2, 3.
Six.
I like that.
So 3 radiant damage on that one.
Okay.
And then, yeah, that's me too. Yeah,
That's your turn.
yeah, I haven't got any bonus actions left.
Okay.
No, I haven't. No.
Something?
Can I call out to Remin? Remin, I need some arrows.
I'm not giving you my arrows.
Little fucker. I'm
What?
gonna kill him as well.
I love this red eye.
Fucking killing everyone.
What did you get as a reward?
I got nothing.
Oh. Well, that's a shame. Did you not want anything?
I wanted lots.
Oh.
And I got given nothing.
Well, I might be able to. I might have something. And he starts going to his bag.
Why is it the complete opposite?
I will
And he hasn't changed and he's just fucking referred.
go over there. I'll shoot the one. Oh wait, hold on.
So many different paths.
So I fully thought he was going to come up to Revan and be like, "Give me the fucking arrows!"
No,
Like,
he's gonna look for something for me, so he might save himself, depending on what he's gonna give me. Because Felix is fucking angry, and so is Josh.
and Lilith is angry as well.
Lilith has gone from blue to red. She's that angry.
Lilith, I'm gonna check afterwards if I can
What
make
is
her a
that?
black dragon. Just do
Okay.
a proper email.
What
So
is
Lilith's
the
gonna attack
corruption
that one.
inside us and we're killing
Felix
them
is gonna
with
shoot
cleansing
one and
corruption?
You could just paint her black.
Maybe they
But I don't know whether or not she would allow it. She's because there's
We'll
certain
find
she's
out.
not.
We'll only be dead.
Oh, okay. That's what I mean. She still has the things of a blue drake, but you just paint her black.
So I'm definitely gonna hit
all the spiders. All
Lilith
the
and me.
Yeah,
The
both
cannibal
of them.
village we killed.
So
We're talking about
Lilith
that.
is
All the humans we. Oh my god, we murdered a
piercing,
village.
5 cold.
Oh no, that was
That one's gone.
in the session.
That went, yeah, I went there.
Oh my god, I murdered a village.
And then
The
5
mimic's
is
gone.
16 piercing,
We
6 cold.
murdered an entire village. They were
Yeah,
just
it's
living
cold.
their lives.
Okay.
They're butchers.
Yeah.
Still up.
Still up.
That one's gone, yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
still up. But do you hit the duck? Because she's in the mouth of it.
I got quite high up. I'm good on my aim.
I'm
and
just
I've
teasing.
got sharpshooter, so I
I'm just
doubt
teasing.
it.
Like,
And then I'll give Hendrik a little bit of help with my extra attack onto one
Okay.
front of Hendrik.
Entire village
That's a hit.
we thought were evil. And they were probably just innocent villagers.
For
Long
16
concentration.
piercing.
16 piercing, ouch.
And they were poisoned.
It's not fucking magical, but
And
not
that
like
was
a
just
try.
on your kind of.
That's just my normal attack.
Hendrik. So you can use your
The
action
first
to
one
try
was
and get out of the
22.
grapple. Or you can still attack whilst you're in the.
Have I just seen it take some damage from?
Yeah, so you've just seen some.
But,
You
I mean,
felt the sort of arrows come
Shooting the shit out of one time.
into this creature.
Okay. So I will attack with my long
Sword plus one.
How?
So your longsword plus one
Yeah,
gives you
how-
plus one on your attack
Yeah.
roll and plus one on your damage.
How damaged does this mimic?
Pretty damaged at the moment. You can
Yeah,
feel that its
it
grip
took
is starting to
15
loosen.
fire off you and
Wonder-
it took a lot of
wonder-
16.
Whether it's been safer to take it out with a.
Yeah, just holding on.
Okay. Alright, let's attack it. Oh,
You might as well use it. You got it.
that's good. 20.
Hit.
30 20.
Yeah. Let's see that damage.
1 d8 plus 3.
That was
4 damage.
Dead. You kind of fall out of the mouth. I won't say you're prone, just because. Kind of like. "Ugh." Woo!
My new sword, guy! Is it the first blood? Is it the first blood it's ever
Well, first
tasted?
wood.
Yeah, the blood starts to absorb into
I
it.
just slugged up a D6 now.
Yeah, sorry about that. Is that
If I can
everything?
roll with a D6,
I've got my movement, haven't I?
You still, yeah, you got full movement.
So I'm going to go back and
4.2.
join.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yeah.
I'll do it on the next one just to talk about it.
Dark, you're the only one with a creature now in front of you now.
Not for lack of trying, though.
It's going to try and bite you while it's following you in the mouth for 24 to hit.
Just about there.
Just about.
Just twice what they needed.
That's double damage.
It's not.
Why did be a crippled orc?
For 5 points of piercing damage.
5.
5 points of
Oh,
piercing
that's
damage.
okay.
And 1 point of acid damage.
So 6 altogether.
I've absorbed elements on Balrash and tried to use it 4 times and never been able to.
Yeah, I've tried to. It's just
It's
a
5
silly one.
10. Stepping out your range if you want to hit it. You've still
I
got
can
the
do that,
shillelagh
can't I?
thing.
Yeah,
So if you want to use the
please.
reaction.
Go and do it.
12 plus 5, 17.
If it hits.
Hold on, before, not to be a pie crew, but is that plus 5 on your melee hit?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
She's got
She's
shillelagh.
Shit.
Yeah, she's shillelagh.
Fair play.
It's a bit mad, but yeah.
Hello. Ooh, shillelagh. What are you?
I'm very skilled
He's
in
a
my
very
novel.
skilled warlock.
It's just that.
Hexblade Warlock.
With druid abilities a lot.
Yeah, you can take shillelagh. There's a count for the war.
6. Finally broken free of the
I thought
tie.
it was like. I don't have an warlock here, so I thought.
There's no
So that was the warm up battle.
Because I brought it down to 0,
I'm
I'm going to do false
What's
start.
that the.
Okay.
Gives me
the
Nice.
That's the one that.
Divine Smite's a class feature, it's not
No, Divine Smite. Yeah, know which one I'm on about in a sec.
Unless there's anybody wants to do anything else.
I'd like
Word of
to
Radiance.
I'll take you out of
And
initiative.
that paladin
move
fighting
towards
No, that's the country. But
the Green Lord
Yeah, shillelagh.
Okay. How far?
Country.
as much as I can.
the bards can learn.
Where if you wanted.
The warlocks can learn.
That's what I
Is Lilith staying by the Dream Lord? I'm pulling you out of initiative
She's
now unless
gonna-
it's something you want to
She's
do.
going to run over to me.
Yeah,
What
I'll
about your Moonbeam? Is there anything you want to do with Moonbeam
you can keep
before
it.
I pull you out of initiative?
I mean, I can keep up, but I can only keep up for another minute.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if there's something you want to put it on.
I'll put it next to me for that 1 minute.
If you could bend over. I'm going to put it somewhere.
Oh, no, Henrik, take the.
I'm gonna put it next to it. I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
you didn't state where.
Yeah.
I'll just give it you back because I'm sure it will go
Yeah.
before.
I'm holding my hand out to what Brennan's got.
An Hurricane 5, 10, 15, 20.
Right in front of his face.
So you can get there, but he's kind of floated into the air at the moment. So you can see that
cast
he's
fly.
sitting. He's sitting in this throne. He's only sort of 5-10 feet in the
I
air.
won't cast fly.
Then he kind of flies, and you can see that these creatures that are next to him, holding a banner and a horn.
What does the banner look like?
The banner is an orange banner, and you give me a history check. See if you recognise the symbol.
I
of the god.
recognise the banner and an orange banner from a session previous, but I don't know if I was Sarbis or Uruk.
The red D6.
Sauron. History.
See if you can tell me what god
You've
symbol.
got red D6 behind that.
At 4.
Yes, I do. So.
Where the fuck is it? Oh, I'm proficient in history.
Yes,
That's not going to help.
Never mind.
It was a 7.
It definitely looks like a god symbol.
Yeah, I recognise it, and we've seen this before when we first came in, but I don't think I was Uruk.
Oh, can I do a religion check?
We can
Yeah,
all
you
see
can
the
give me-
banner.
you can give me a religion check if you want.
We can all see the banner.
Okay, so we can all see the
Yeah, but none of you are clerics,
No.
so none of you are massive god.
11.
No point in me rolling.
11. So you recognise this as the symbol of Peridot.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
well,
what it was.
Peridot is my god.
Peridot is okay.
So I would recognise it.
So you recognise the banner that sort of sat flailing across the back of him.
Okay, so
Is the symbol of
Peridot's
Peridot.
knowledge.
Like,
God of knowledge.
Is Brennan giving me anything from his bag?
If I knew that right now and I was in his face, you didn't have to get out the tree, did you? You little bitch.
he did. He used you to get his item. He sent you on a few.
Well, so the Dream Lord is Peridot.
I don't know. I'd imagine not. Because it's a different plane. I don't
Yeah,
know.
different
Using
plane of
Peridot's
existence.
banner at the very least.
It's a different realm.
It seems very
so we're
evil
out
for
of,
Paragon, doesn't it?
combat and everything, so I can shout up at
So
them.
I
So
am.
you can shout.
It says gods have to be good. They can be
also.
arseholes.
I am wearing an amulet of Paradox. So I will hold up the amulet of
I might
Paradox
headbutt him.
in two hands towards the Dream Lord and say,
I can't. It's broken in the air.
I tell you again, we're here as your
with my
brothers
amazing
and as your
disadvantage
allies,
on dex.
and I'm holding this amulet of Paradox.
Oh, bastard.
I could have.
He's 10 feet up.
Let me do this.
You don't get to
I'll come back
smash.
to you.
I could have also sapping sling.
I don't know what I'm expecting from that. But
I'm like,
I don't know. At the same time, it could go either way, couldn't it?
But when I tried to cast everything on that helmet before,
It seems really
I couldn't
evil
even cast light on it.
for a
Yeah,
god
right.
knowledge, but at the same time, it could be.
He pulls out a what looks like a potion of healing as he sort of hands it out over to you.
I will take it.
One fucking character.
Yeah. Also, I will ask him.
I wouldn't see him give that potion of healing, would you?
Have you always served Tatiana?
No,
Or do you serve Hypnos?
Hendrix in the way, I guess.
They help me, I help them. Is that not what you do?
How do they help you?
Well, they saved me from where I was.
So
I
you
still
say
go back there, but now I have the power to take them.
take them where?
The other kobolds are mean to me.
Okay.
They bullied me.
What realm is their home?
He's a. What's his name? Goldan, fucking character.
Yeah.
Before you come back, I'll kill you all now.
My character's based on all that.
Yeah, your character is fucking Goldan.
I believe I'm from the same ground
What?
that you are, just not from the same land.
Okay.
What's
And are you still going to be serving Tatiana and Hypnos?
Well, they've not done anything to me.
Speaking of Tatiana, what's she doing up there?
She's just kind of circling. You can see like a sort of figure of 8.
Is she watching us,
No,
or is she
she's
just
go-
in her own
But
world?
she's going around the sort of tree canopy. You can see that she.
Oh, right, waiting for like a commander that we
Can I just ask one more thing before you do Bob's bit? I'm going to turn to Hypnos. Is Remin one of your pawns or is he worthless?
Roman helps me out. Roman is just a collector. He's bought many various items in my direction.
He has vexed me.
Well, you're more inclined to kill him if you wish.
Will there be intervention from you or Tatiana?
Not from me.
Let me do it.
Give me a persuasion check.
Definitely yes from Tatiana and said from me. Just so you know.
Yeah, plus 7.
Good swap now, come on.
So that's 30, 20.
If you wish to join me, I give you the opportunity to join me now.
I accept the opportunity, and will you put us all now into a position of safety and give us the rewards that you promised?
Well, I will give you the rewards. I didn't say anything about the others.
Well, we come as one. I told you we are here.
And you will go as one.
Well, what is this reward that you are now offering?
Well, if you join me, then I will give you your heart's desire.
What do you expect me to do once I join you?
The Feywilds are mine now. I expect you to kill anything out there that may resemble a Fey.
Not a chance. Fucking no. With that, I'm gonna take a shot at him.
Okay, what are you shooting at him?
I'm gonna shoot a.
Not a weapon.
A guiding bolt.
Oh.
A guiding bolt. No, a guiding bolt.
We know he gets a +3 to his AC!
We know I'm within 10 feet of him, and if it's a weapon, it's going to hit me.
Yeah, so I'm.
It's a range attack.
So you don't want me to shoot now?
Please don't.
Yeah, because I'm gonna as he says he wants to kill the Fae, I'm going to shoot a guiding bolt at him, saying we must protect the Fae.
So as your guiding bolt leaves your hand,
You can imagine that.
you can see that it starts to veer off towards.
No, it's only weapon attacks that hit me.
Not spell attacks. I thought it was range
I
attacks.
double checked, it's ranged weapon.
Okay, well, as it heads towards Hypnos, you can see within 10 feet it just disappears. Sort of dispels as it.
He's gonna laugh at you now.
I'm I
Totally doesn't have an anti-magic shield around it for this exact reason.
Lilith is just going to jump on and grab Renan's arrows in his mouth out of his quiver. And they're about the same height.
You can give me an opposed strength check if you like. It's a little strong.
I wonder how it's
Never checked. Yes! She is quite. No! Never mind!
I want to follow something straight away.
I got one.
Oh, I got 17.
I'm trying to find
She's strong, but she ain't strong enough to make up for an out one.
Remin will jump back from her as she tries to take it, and he will draw a dagger in her direction. So he'll almost like
That's what I'm going off. It might not
step
be,
out
but
this
that's why I
way and
said-
draw a dagger. What are you trying to steal from me?
She'll just growl at him.
I'm gonna say he's not attacking, but he's got a dagger out.
I'll have so I've got my bow and I've got an arrow in between, ready to fire, but I'm not drawing on it.
Yeah,
because
it's kind of like
it's there, it's ready.
I'd very much like to, whilst I'm in this position, have like an Anakin Obi-Wan moment. I was the chosen one! I did everything you asked.
I promised that when you bought the item that you would be able to keep my powers.
You said you'd give me powers to kill my chieftain.
Well, your powers will grow the more that you progress.
How do I know you won't take them?
Well,
Is
That's
Bella
fair.
even evil? Is she even fighting for the corruption?
Bella's fighting against me. She's trying to save the Fae.
Can I
A mindless task.
try one more spell? Does this
You
count?
can try a spell if you want.
It's an Earthbind, so it's a saving one. It's not a projectile or anything, because I don't know if your anti-magic works against that.
Double check.
I thought I was the good guy.
Area is the goal. Energy that suffices the multiverse.
Every character I've got some sort of silly thing in it.
You're
And this was my one saving grace that I had. He's just good. He's just a good guy. He's just nice. He's got a little bit of
We
ego
think
about
what
it.
we've
It's
tried
fine,
to
you know, that's about it.
We've tried
This
to
is
be
good.
good. We've tried to be good.
Richard, I have to fight every instinct I've got. I'm
It
evil
says
in
it's
everything.
suppressed. I don't really know what to.
But maybe we can.
Well, the fact is
Maybe
suppressed. It doesn't
because he said he'll send us
function, but
back.
the time
Maybe
it's
we
spent
can come
suppressed
back on
counts
Bella's
against
side.
its
I'm
duration.
going to battle straight.
So how long does it last for?
A minute.
Okay. So it will be suppressed for a minute, so if the anti-magic field drops before that minute is up, the spell will take effect.
Oh, okay.
But until then,
I'm
Right,
going to
right,
shout
right.
for him to send me back.
I thought I'd unveil the truth to you. I mean, for you to help me out, it only took a few tricks of the mind and to alter your perception as you stepped through.
Is Tatiana even a guardian, or is she one of your pets?
Not really a pet, but she has the same goal as me.
Send me back.
I want to cast Moonbeam this time. I'm fucking throwing it at this guy.
You see that the moonbeam comes down and just hits the top of this sort of shield, and you can kind of see
Just
it
like
shimmer.
off it. Like,
Yeah, but it will
Yes, he
stay,
took a
but
rage
the
of
moonbeam will just stay hitting the shield.
Yeah, like this is like a semi like fucking rage. This is just throwing everything.
This is a druidic rage.
Fucking is.
You can see him sort of smirk as you do this, as he rises his hands, and you can hear the horn blow from this one gas that seems to be at the side of him. And as that happens, you'll start to wince in a bit of pain as your memory becomes altered. You can see that past memories of feats that you have completed currently in the Feywilds, as you attacked that small goblin camp. You can see that these weren't goblins, these were children.
Fuck.
What was Theo?
So Theo was a demonic tree. You could see that inside that his branches and bark were all blackened.
What's Orla?
Like Orla is exactly as you remember.
All is
her.
all.
Oh, thank God for that.
I don't know what trying to like kind of
We
jump
moved.
on
You
you.
can
I
see.
one hit you,
What
Sean.
about that village?
You
The
can-
cannibal village.
So none of you were at the cannibal village.
Gremlin was
I
there.
went there at the beginning, but we never. I
So
never attacked
you can see
I
that
was
in the
visitor.
butcher's window were just legs of no ordinary meat.
So it wasn't legs.
You can see
and
that the people there were very pleasant towards you and very greeting, and they wanted you to stay and
Bit of
purchase
deception,
items and
I would say.
goods.
Oh, what?
You can see that any time that you've been spoken to as good, that you've actually been spoken to as evil. you see that when you've passed windows and mirrors in the past,
That means
That
the
you
centres
have-
are dickheads.
that you have had demonic features as you walk past. Some of you have had like strange horns. Some of you have had like wings that have stuck out the back.
That's what
That
I
you've
saw.
not noticed before. You can see that as you've been under the canopy of the tree, that those creatures were like very undead creatures, very demonic creatures. You can see that where you were staying.
So the corrupted area wasn't corrupted, and the uncorrupted area was
Yeah.
actually corrupted.
You can see that
That's what
as
I
you
saw
stepped
in my
out,
visions.
there have been none of those blood sacs. All the trees have been almost perfectly
In my vision,
intact for the whole
the
time.
tree was like in a jar, essentially. That was the corruption.
I blame you. You have kept that vision from everyone.
The Queen.
You had the opportunity
So
to
all of the
stop
Queen
all of
Tree
this.
is exactly
Did
how
I
you
know?
remember seeing them.
Yes.
It's the one we rescued from the cave. So she was.
that hell what was going
she
on.
was
God,
good.
was
So
all
she doesn't percept your memory of her doesn't change at all.
She
But
also
she
was
came,
that
but she
all?
came with us even though she could tell
she
the
didn't
reef.
she didn't come in the tree.
No.
We told her that Theo we'd saved Theo. I imagine she knew his corpse was corrupted, and she went where from. She came with us, and she wouldn't
Villagers
come under the
outside.
tree. She
Yeah,
stayed
yeah,
outside.
sort of
But
thing.
Theo
So they
was-
were
was-
happy
It
about
was
what we
actually
were
evil,
doing.
and the one that
So
attacked
the
Theo
village
was
is
probably
under the
good.
canopy.
Yeah.
So when
But
Theo
full
So
of
what's the way,
undead
if she was good,
looking
why didn't she-
creatures.
maybe she
You
wanted
can
to
see
how
that
she was a
the
guardian
fairies that
of
have been looking
Maybe
after
she
you are
was-
actually small imps.
But
With
she
the exception
wouldn't
of the
come
frost
on the
giant.
canopy.
As
Why
is.
would she-
As
why would
is.
she talk to us?
So I know we were
Sorry,
jumping
maybe
on
she
you know, but
could've just-
just that village with the blue creature. Is that as is with the
She came
people?
with us.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
as
did
is,
just
apart from there is no
Because we said
sort of
come
corruption
on,
around
come
the
here.
last.
No, it was just yeah. So the village was
You
a
only
village.
There
sure
are
this is
some
the right
blood
place.
sacks that you can see,
So-
but they spread near the tree, and as you venture further, they have lessened.
What is our vision of Aurorn, Bella, and Nika like?
So
yeah.
Mika and Aurorn and Bella, all exactly as you can see them.
Okay.
The two sort of demonic-looking creatures that have been with Aurorn are two elves,
Okay.
Was it dark
What-
elves or normal elves? Or...
normal elves.
Oh, okay. So
You can see as you turn around that the tree that stands there looks more like sort of black tendrils that reach from the ground, kind of wrap around to form a kind of trunk-looking.
How do you know this isn't the trick? I mean, at the end of the day, it's
Well,
red,
what-
it's
what's
red pill, blue pill, isn't it? I mean, it's doesn't matter.
what would this like?
What about the water?
achieve?
The water that I had the
You've got the
unicorns
water.
thrown
The
in.
water that you have looks like a black, bubbling water. You can see as you look into it that some of the gas that comes up has like a skull that comes from the gas.
So happy I did not
I
enter
was
that.
going to have a chat with you about it because a lie told me not to fucking let you.
As you look up at the canopy, you can see that from the top of the tendrils, something that resembles flames start to fire out. That
That's why
gives
the
the
top of the
illusion.
canopy goes in. It's fucking tendrils coming out. It's not anything good.
So when we get put back in and we put back the usual place in Honeydew,
We'll find out.
Can
There's
we-
a. Let me just read the bit so I don't forget anything.
I've got a plan, guys, to get us out safe and on the right side. Emo Felix will redeem himself.
If that even is the right side. I mean, look.
Honestly, the demons are going to wish they have a hell to go back to.
A large
This is-
standing
this is a-
6-foot mirror appears next to Bron. You can see that the Dream Lord looks directly in that direction. You can see that through the mirror is a person in a red cloak in a wheelchair held by a sort of butler behind. You can see their mouth moving, but only Bron can hear what's being said.
I think this is the right step. I've had silly little gut feelings throughout every session that I've done, but I just assume that's because I'm normally playing characters with ulterior motives or dodgy stuff. And even on other RPG games, I always play go like Fable, you always go evil and stuff.
I'm going to shout to the group. We have no time to waste and follow me. Just follow me. Just go for that. Well, go straight for that mirror.
I'll follow him.
As Bron steps through the mirror, you can see that the mirror disappears. As Hypnos reaches into his pouch and blows sand in your direction, as it covers all of you, you all start to black out.
Could I misty step?
You can attempt to misty step. Which direction are you misty stepping?
Essentially, you won't be able to beat them. Oh, you
This
will be able
Are
to.
you gone?
Oh, but
You're gone. As
Yeah,
soon,
so
as, soon as you
Brian-
go through it,
You
that's it.
step through, and then
Right.
there it appears.
Did I dodge any said sand?
It's starting to spread.
Okay, so this way or everywhere?
So everywhere.
No, he's got no magic. Really.
I'm going to shout,
Fuck all.
a deal's a deal, you promised me these powers. I don't ever want to see you go back on them.
Otherwise, just RP it.
Well,
But then it's going to be me.
as long as you don't use them against me, you can use them to your heart's desire.
We'll meet again one day, I'm sure.
Sure we will. I'll know where you are.
Well, he will, because I'm fucking riddled with him.
Remin looks to you, Felix. Where's everybody going? You're all leaving?
Hypnos is evil. I don't know.
Persuasion check.
Oh. I think that's flat.
Just roll the nat 20.
Did you?
There you go.
Yes!
Persuasion flat, so just nat 20.
What? I don't help evil people.
You just did.
Look. Really. Look.
Shiny.
As I roll the nat 20. You can see that his head goes from being like relatively level to lifting up to the sort of the direction of Hypnos. And you can see that Hypnos just starts to wave.
Good news.
And you can see that Remin's starting to like tremble in fear
Get him out of there.
as the sand starts to reach close to you.
Can I just drag Remin and everyone we got and just leg it for the door that we came in?
You can leg for the door that you came in if you wish.
So I'll sort of grab Remin and yank him back to indicate to him to fucking follow. And then...
So we'll look at it.
Urug, you're the first one to black out. As the sand starts to engulf you before you can get to the doorway, and you all start to black out.
Can I, as it's coming, can I use...
I'm thinking like this, you know, where in the Mummy, or is it the Mummy where he's running and the sand's coming?
Yeah. I said, we'll be stupid if we don't try and make it.
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, no one
I
can
can't
ever
say
say.
it. He can.
Blow,
I can't
blow.
Can you say it please, Josh? Because
Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation.
can't
Away
say
from my
shillelagh.
face.
No, just
Blow.
You can, but you're not going to be able to do it faster. So
We
you start
two sides
to do
of
that.
one coin.
It starts
I'm going to throw a thunder wave
Ooh.
Okay.
in this direction to blast the sand
Back at him.
back,
Okay.
back towards me.
Okay.
It's
So
going
you
to use
carry
her
on.
wings as
You're
well.
probably around sort of 20 feet from the door at this point. The door is still open.
Lilith's going to use her wings as best she can to bat away.
Okay.
She only got little wings. She's going to fucking give it a go.
I was like, well, give me an athletics check. See how well she can bat her
How
wings
fast
to
she
keep. If she can just keep the stand at bay.
Another nat
Oh,
20.
yeah.
Currently dead.
That's cool.
You're not here.
17.
So you make it to the door,
I'm
As you-
home anyway. I'm that spell.
step through.
This is good, guys. This
That's
is...
the door.
Is this as a group or is this...
This is
So
us
as,
three.
so,
Yeah, what's it with
basically,
the
This is us three.
as the group
And Remin.
are there, and Remin, you get to the doorway. The sand's starting to come in at you.
Get fucking through the doorway.
Okay, so through the doorway you go. Apart from Urug.
Yeah, I'm
Is this the moment in Pokemon where normally they evolve to the bigger version? Just like-
You go out there and you see him twice the size either side, like, ah!
Yeah, it's just like as you just step back in, like as you step through the doorway, you do come through into the bottom of the village that you were at before. But you can see that the trees that are underneath this sort of flaming canopy above you are like dark black spikes coming out of the ground. You can see that all the guards that are standing there are various forms of demonic creatures. You can see that they're all staring in your direction.
Just keep going.
The carts we were in, Were they really filled with nice cushions and pillows?
They were in cushions and
Oh,
pillows.
it's corpses.
I wasn't sleeping under.
Yeah, the corpses. Damn, that would have been better.
Flight skin pillows.
Just be normal. Let's head north. And I'll just
So
wave to them again because I was nice to them before. So
if you walk through, you can see these kind of like demonic grins start to appear on their face.
That was a smile.
You can see that their teeth are all jagged and sharp as they stare at you.
This is
You can see behind you that Hypnos exits the tree.
for the first time ever.
Can I take my broom to hand and say Hypnos?
You can take the broom to hand if you like.
Didn't work
As
with
you
the
say
tree.
Hypnos. Give me a D20 roll.
Come on, Doc, be the Wicked Witch of the West.
D20's huge here.
7.
It starts to lift.
Can I get on it?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say
Fuck the lot of you, I'm gone, bye!
to the edge of the canopy, please.
It's not an Uber.
So you see Doc start to
It's an
walk
Uber.
down.
Are you all jumping on it?
I'm dead.
Do the same.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's blacked out.
Do the same.
get on our brooms.
Okay, give me a D20
I'm with the
roll.
resistance.
17.
Right, you all start to fly.
Why do they
Give
come
me a
to
D20
maybe
roll.
they know you're good at heart and they think you can.
It's what they
Because
said.
they've only come to
Your
you and not to
staff
us.
breaks.
It's what
They
they said.
definitely don't like me, do they?
I've been from the get go in.
Can I grab him onto mine?
I will
You can attempt to grab him onto
That's
yours
what
if you'd
I
like.
said, that's
Rod, are you getting on the broom?
I'm gone.
Into the mirror.
Oh, yeah, you got to the middle.
I'm with the
Sorry, I was like, oh.
It's me and Bella.
I'll have my hand out to grab it.
Okay, give me another D20 roll.
That's why you do it straight through.
That's why I'm straight through.
Your staff breaks.
In that case, I'm going to grab you.
So you kind of fall.
Whilst I've got him in hand still, we're going to full run to the north.
Okay. To the north. So you're going to go
I know that's
through.
where Bella is.
You want to go through the living quarters that you came from before and head that way, or do you want to head north to where the army is? And
Living quarters. I'm not going to go past my fucking army.
the fastest route would be where the army is. but-
Which way did Dot go?
I went out the door, whichever way we were facing. I just
Yeah, east. You can see that here the
He's still a battle music.
We got
it's not really battle music, it's just really sinister.
We've got-
It's called
What do you
Dream is Collapsing.
We've got to get out of here and regroup.
We've got to go get Dot though. She's just gone off.
And Bron and the Bella
Bron went with Bella.
but if we get out of this, what we now know is the circle of evil, we might be able to intercept Bella, or Bron might be able to come and help us again.
East. We will go after East for Dot so that we can pick Dot up. Obviously, because we were nice, everything, I'll be sort of waving still to everyone,
Yeah.
same as I did before.
Yeah, we'll give them the
Yes.
thumbs up, and we'll give them evil looks as we go past. Like, we did it.
Have we got any
You've got good persuasion.
congratulations on us?
Not that you can see.
We're clean.
You look clean.
Well, that's good news.
Or bad news.
No, that's good news that we don't look
Just
like a
travelling
fucking
through with
Have you
the.
looked at the village yet?
Oh, you
No.
can see one
But
thing that
we
I
haven't
forgot to
got
tell
any
you
portals.
was that in the chests that you got from the Goblin camp, rather than it being generic clothing and everyday items, you can see swords and weapons, you can see shields, you can see armour.
What are the weapons that I sold to Rowler?
Were still weapons.
Ah.
Were they as good as
Rowlo.
Oh, what was
Much
Rowlo?
better than you saw them as.
Well, I sold them and told him they were fantastic, and he
Yeah.
believed me. So
What about Rowlo?
What's
What's
Rowlo?
he?
Rowlo is still.
Rowlo.
Yeah. You can see that there are other sort of NPCs that you've seen who still look exactly the same. So, the fish lady looks
The only thing was
the
that
same.
what the corrupted dryads and the big Trent that.
So
Beyond
the corrupted dryads
Were
were
just
just
dryads.
normal dryads.
And the big tree was just another big tree.
I'll be shouting to Dot if you're still within shouting range to tell you to come with us, not to go east. East is that place we do not want to go.
How far are you going? 100 feet?
You got thermocard, dude.
I've got thaumaturgy.
I'm just like, on the door!
Can I just
Come back!
we understand? So we got outside, and everyone looked friendly or threatening, and we're being followed by.
They look friendly,
you
but they're
basically
evil.
you walked out to a sort of demonic opening.
Parade.
But
Yeah.
But he's following us. Hypnos.
Well, as you sort of ventured further down, you can see that he's stepped out of the tree.
He's probably getting lauded by all his followers, going, "Yes, yes, I'm great." That's what I'd be doing.
So it didn't look like he was necessarily coming for us.
Not necessarily. He kind of
Well,
exits the tree and
Occupying,
stands.
Okay.
I suppose, that's what I thought.
Okay,
Like, it sounds more invasion, though, doesn't it?
Okay, I
I should just put
probably would
Looking
have
back at
flown
it,
off
There's been
slowly,
so many
and then
warning
seen these
signs.
lot
Yeah.
flailing
So-
around on their brooms.
What killed
Just not
Brock?
got the experience like us older ladies.
Still not the same creature.
The villages, is that what you're saying, that villages?
Oh, it's even so they are actually transmutating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That whole
It was just the word corruption around
So
it.
you've come back.
I've
So
come
just that
back.
village with that right. I asked that straight away.
Now, the rules of broom allow me to say a word, send the broom away, say
Yeah,
a
if
word.
you hopped off it, you can send the
Back.
broom without you on it.
It'll
So
be-
if you could like strap an item to it and send it, that kind of thing.
Could I strap a person to it?
Because
Because I'm thinking it might be quicker to get on,
Yeah.
go, and continue walking in the direction, call it back. You know,
Yeah.
pick us up and move us forward.
I think we need to. Like, there's a couple of. We need to quickly bypass Orla's first. She has no idea she's meant she's a guardian. We need to go to her quick, and then
It's
we'll-
a long way.
that's
to the
the opposite way.
That's a long way with no.
We haven't left
transport.
anywhere. We've only gone.
I'm
We've
dead.
not gone that far, but we need to go there.
No, but it's the other side of the tree.
Yeah,
The tree
yeah,
was-
that's-
I know it's the
not
other side
telling
of the
you
tree,
what
but we
you
obviously
do.
don't want to be here. But then if we go that far west to there, then if we head north from there, we won't hit the army.
True. I don't know. I'm dead. I'm not. I'm blacked out.
Dead, or are you just blacked out?
I'm blacked
It's
out.
just blacked out.
What do
That's
you
me.
guys think? Orla's a guardian.
What was the opposite?
She needs to know. She needs to know
Dinopolis.
what's coming.
Who?
But it looks
Orla.
very much like
Orla.
the spikes that are coming
She's the
through.
other side. It's a
from
day's
the
walk,
tree.
but before we go to Bella and see, she needs to know what's coming.
What about
Are there
the
any-
creature we ripped the helmet off? What was it? Was it that creature?
It was like a creature.
Okay.
Not another child. You know
Child.
the
Yeah,
horse
child
and thing.
Carry water from a well to
So the
a slate
horses that you were
planet.
riding on like
It's
this.
fucking
So they are sort of blackened, flaming horses.
I killed so many
Yeah.
Are they
kids.
still there?
with my moonbeam.
So you were carried by centaurs.
Are there any mounts we can use?
Must have been that.
Yeah, I suppose.
Unless you want to try and convince one of
Their
these
children in front of his face,
centaurs.
and then killed him.
Are they good centaurs or are they?
I killed so many
As
kids.
you sort of get anywhere near them, you
The
can
fight
start to
started.
see
There was just
that
three
you
of them
can
crossing
see
the road,
bits
just
through them.
carrying a tree or whatever.
You can
Three of
see
them.
like bits of
So
skin
the
and
second I saw them, I
missing.
Can I say to one,
think I just went.
Would you kindly take us three to the
Killed
western
two of
side
them
of the
in the
tree?
mountain.
We have other business.
Broughton just went.
Sure, I can allow that.
Thank you.
Do you want to hop in?
I'll continue brooming, I think.
That's why they died.
We'll get into the back of this path. They're going to take us to the western side of the tree. It is a wholly undead centaur, but
It's the
It's
very
faster
undead
than walking.
centaur.
Fine, let's do that. And by the way, let's keep the broken
Centaur
brooms
leaders.
for
we shall pick up the broken broom bits.
Knew it.
You had a gut feeling.
I knew it.
Possible
Broken
repair.
okay.
or
I'm going to say one thing you see is Alfred, also an undead centaur.
I was about to say, ask if all the centaurs were undead.
And the older centaur that you met whilst you were there,
His dad.
his dad, you can see that he's also undead, but most of his chest cavity is completely missing.
Oh, for God. And we just spoke to her like it's an almost under.
Well, we're in there and we're going to the west. So I
Okay.
don't know if we get there safe.
So it's several hours before you get to the western side. And every time you're travelling through, you can see that everything you look at is staring back at you. You can see that there are bats and hellish creatures that are flying above the canopy. next
Were
to
the
you.
owls owls?
The owls were owls. Like,
Because our one,
The jester.
our Orn was good.
the jester was a skeleton to start with when you first met him, and it's an elf when
The
you've seen
obelisk.
him
What was
previously.
the obelisk?
Obelisk was still an obelisk, but it
that's
looks
right.
like these black dark spikes that are coming out from the ground.
What about the
Tree.
bookman? The one who
Oh,
had
yeah.
the book.
Still looks exactly the same.
One
Yeah,
about
that's
the troll with many faces.
The troll looks the same.
Okay.
Is that the one
With
that
a
came
few,
out?
a few,
One who chucked the bucket
a
in.
few more kind of human features.
So do we get to the
Let's see.
edge of the western corruption?
You get to the west, but as you do, you probably pass several thousand creatures, and all who are staring at you as you go through.
When we get there, I'll jump off. Help Dot off.
Um,
Oh, you're on your broom coming. I'll thank him. I'll say, you can return. We don't need return passage. We'll make our own way back. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm sure we'll meet again. As he starts to grin at you, with what skin he's got left of his face.
How many creatures are around here at the moment?
You can see that there are thousands of creatures. Where this
Right,
place
like,
is.
no, I mean where we are right now with that centaur.
So, in the area where you passed through to the west pass before, where there's been almost no creatures, you can see that people are coming out from the tree line to stare at you. So all the tree lines are full of creatures. You can see all different kinds of races. You can see that there are undead creatures. You can see hellish creatures. Like all of them have some kind of demonic feature, like horns.
So there's people in view. As I've sent the centaur off, there's people in view of this.
Yeah, so they can all see.
Just fucking shoot in the back of it. Okay, so I'm just going to head round and start heading. Guys, let's go. We need to get
Before
now.
we leave the centaur, I'm gonna fly next to the kind of so I can point down with my staff and go. And you remember, don't you be telling everyone where we're going on his business, or you'll have more to pay for.
I'm sure he already knows where you are.
We've just
Yes,
left.
but not everyone needs
This-
to.
I didn't we tell him we go?
I won't say anything.
The ice giant.
Good.
I can't say for the other 1,000 eyes watching.
Is the
Wow,
ice
I
giant
should know what's good for them for you to tell them that.
So all
He's
the
wanted the Guardians.
the
Guardians.
Guardians.
He was hunting the Guardians.
So he killed the unicorn.
Yeah. We're going to head to Orla then. Because she cannot be this close. She needs to come with us to battle.
Was the wyvern a wyvern?
The wyvern's a wyvern.
I wish we'd asked all some questions.
And the nightmare horses were nightmare
We
horses.
need to bring her safely.
The
We can't
nightmare
leave her
horse that
this
horse,
close to
plays the Pegasus.
otherwise that's
It is a
another
Pegasus.
Guardian down, and we'll
So
be
wait a
down to
minute.
5. We'll be down to 4
Where
Guardians.
Orla was walking was turned into like life. Like flowers were flourishing and where she was walking, right?
Mhm.
So, but Orla was really Orla. So, and where she was walking, was she creating flowers or was she creating corruption?
Or was she just breaking the illusion?
No, you wouldn't know.
We're about to find out.
We were told. Well, at the time we were told she was doing flowers. At the time.
She is a guardian, so she might have just been strong enough to break through the illusion.
So
that we
you
were seeing.
can't currently see where she is, as out of the boundary you can see that all of the trees are kind of brimming with life in the distance. You can see that some of the trees closest have started to decay and they're starting to turn as the barrier kind of expands slowly. You can see that the grass is, it's almost like when fire spreads through grass. You can see that this is just killing any kind of life that's spreading through.
I think we go to the area and just try to find her, call for her.
Shall I fly up and have a
You call out her name as well as you're going over the trees.
As you come through the barrier, give me the roll.
Hendrik and I will go on the ground.
How is your week ago? Week ago in and out.
20.
You keep the staff?
They probably let us.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Okay, I don't mind that we broke it, but as long as you've kept it, that's all that matters.
Is he the only one with the staff left?
Yeah.
Did you have your staff?
I have mine on me, but I don't know.
Might be taken from him, we'll find out.
Well, mine's currently there.
Yeah, right next to. Yeah.
I never.
As we're walking through the forest,
Yeah,
I'll be
so-
calling for Aura.
Okay. So you roughly have an idea of where she is, from what people have told you and things.
Those
the area
two
quite
should
well.
know exactly where she is because she left.
Well, they could see where she was, but have you ever tried to go and find a place that you can't see?
It's like finding a needle in a stack of needles.
Yeah.
I know the area quite well.
So
Do we?
Give me a history check or a survival check.
Still changed now. There
Give
it
me a
is.
survival check, both of you.
What a shrubbery.
I'm going for a piss and a cry.
See if you can-
I'll go
Survival
next.
check,
Yeah. Oh, man,
You
I've never explained to the
see
entire
where she
army.
was. I don't know what this told you.
They will have actually.
So give me a survival check with disadvantage.
I didn't know we were the bad guys, I swear.
That one, at least in rolling.
At least that saving graces. She said she could
So
feel.
14.
So you
Good, isn't it?
kind of track back
Fake
to what you can
fake.
see in
Yeah.
the distance looks a bit like a sort of oasis spring in the middle of the forest. So you heading through.
Yeah, I'll call her name every now and then.
You can see that several of the trees start to move from the direction.
Away, or just.
So they kind of, you can see that the top of the, because you're flying over the bottom top, you can see that the canopies of these start to spin around and start looking in your direction. You can see that some of them lean back and you can see these kind of faces in the tree trunks.
Okay, I will lower myself so that they can look straight ahead. And so we bring real bad news. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, where's the queen? Oh no.
You want me to get the queen out so you can see?
Can we see
Oh,
where?
I haven't even got a...
Did we see where Dot went so that we could sort of follow?
kept her safe. But yeah, you can kind of see where she dips down over the tree line.
I'll fly back up and go, oh, we're here, and dip back down. Oh, we really need to see the queen.
I think Kendrick's probably going to be lighter on his feet than me, but we'll head over that way.
So you can see kind of in the centre of this that this one tree with kind of purple branches and things starts to move while the other trees begin to kind of surround where she's standing.
Defensively facing away, or just.
Sort of like they're guarding,
Yeah.
so a kind of guarding thing. You can see that there are like fireflies starting to fly around her as well. You can see a kind of swirl of these glowing insects that begin to swim around. As you start to break through the tree line, you can see this too. It kind of becomes a bit of an opening from where the trees have kind of moved into the centre.
Ola, I'm ever so sorry. We have been deceived.
Oh, I thought that slightly when you tried to take me into that area.
We perceived what is good to be bad and what is bad to be good. Hypnos himself tricked us. We thought Tatiana was nothing but good, but
It's in the name.
I'm glad that
Yeah, and
that we didn't venture through under there then.
he is out of his prison.
Belladonna.
You're not safe
That fella
here.
is like youthful. It's like, you know.
I'm not sure who this
Beauty
is,
of the beast,
but it
isn't
doesn't
it?
seem like a very powerful. It doesn't seem like a very safe place to be.
No, we were going to head north towards Bella for some real answers. As one of the guardians,
There is a castle up north.
I assume that's where Bella is.
It's been
It's-
there for many decades.
It is where we have been told by Hypnos and Tatiana that's where the evil is coming from. And with everything flipped, that should be where the good is coming from. We would like to take you and your entourage away from the spreading corruption. We do not want to be that close. We've already lost one guardian, the unicorn. We do not need to lose another.
Yeah, good for that.
We will follow you north. You can see that there are more sort of treants with ore at this point than you've left her with before. You can see that some of them don't look very well formed, some of them don't have mouths, and some of them. But you can see that she kind of has like 4 main guards that kind of stick close to her, while the other ones kind of trail in different areas.
Goodness, if we get attacked now, at least we got some friends. We got an escort. So they had a plan. That was the plan. And we've also ticked a box that we saved a guardian. Okay, so my perception of when I was talking to the guardians about Hypnos, he was not lying about the guardians are there to protect the Feywild.
Yeah, so that was all the truth that he was telling you.
Just the only bit he omitted from that was the fact that he wanted the guardians dead.
I love this music.
Right, we need to find Bella. The north of that castle at north is our best bet. We've got Orla, we're keeping her safe. as one of the guardians.
and yeah, at this point I will go because I mean, yeah, Hendrik has got this thing about no man left behind, and ex-army, and he's already had terrible battle scarring fight with this demon, and so it would definitely be.
I imagine you bought Remin with
very
you as
heavy,
well.
very heavy on his heart
him in.
right now. That this whole thing has happened, and they've been betrayed, and he's been acting evil. And he would say, "Well, what are we doing about Bron? What are we doing about Uruk?"
So Bron went with Bella. If we find Bella, we find Bron. Uruk, I don't know. He is one stubborn bastard that he will not die, even if we try. My only hope is that we can stumble upon him wherever he's thrown out.
Well, maybe that he does have some sort of tie, loyalty, binding with the Dream Lord. So maybe the Dream Lord will preserve him for some other nefarious entertainments of
Maybe on the
his, and we can rescue him at a later date.
Well, hopefully, even that he's not even deemed as worthy enough for his attention, and he maybe left and he can sneak out like we did.
Let's hope so.
Unworthy.
Because he was a pain in the ass, and sometimes he got us into trouble that we shouldn't have got into. But actually, maybe that trouble in this reversed flipped world was actually good that he was doing. Right now, I'm just so confused by what's right, what's wrong, what's up, what's down, what's good, what's evil.
I agree. I thought I was doing nothing but good, and it turns out I've done not a single good thing since I came.
You've done some of the worst things, including killing children.
I was so proud that I had such a good character.
You've already read that one.
Turns out he's worse than the fucking lot of them put together. He's just slaughtered a load of kids.
Baru! Actually, there's another person who slaughtered all the kids. Moonbeamed a load of children.
You know the big orc there was actually like the childminder.
It was like an adult who was playing with the kids
Unless he
in that cave.
So yeah, we're going to head north then to that castle, assumably that's what I was told where all the evil was coming from. Flipped round, but that's where the bad is. That's where the good story is actually coming from. That is
And then when
literally
you've got
the
the right
only
perception,
lead that I've
said
got.
earlier, I said
Unless you guys know anything
No,
else.
we need to head
So you
out.
thought she
We
was being
need to
horrible. She was actually trying to.
we need to get to
I
Bella,
will
If you'd got
be
the other way
and then
around,
we
you
can
could
think
put
about
it
going
mapping
back.
on the way.
Okay.
Just for
I'm gonna say, I think we'll end the session there, and then I get in contact with a couple of you. Or you wake up in Mistass.
I'm not dead, guys.
Hey.
You wake up face in the dirt
So how do you get back?
in Mistass.
Because he was always the one that brought us back.
Ron, when you go through the mirrors, you end up in
I can still talk to
in
her.
like a room full of mirrors, and you
Okay.
can see that there are only Bella and this butler standing
You know
Okay.
where I
in
am
this
at all
room.
times.
Is there like images in each mirror? Like, no.
They don't even show a reflection.
Oh, okay.
You can see that
And
they
there's
are
nothing
just
I
kind
can
of.
do.
They have that kind of shimmer,
Right.
but they don't seem to. If you stood in front of them, you wouldn't be able to see
Okay.
yourself in front of them.
I'm going. I've got a plan ready.
I could be at this point. I don't know.
You should revoke him and go quick.
I've got a plan. I've got a plan.
We've had a little
And the three of you make your way with Remin and ships or treants.
I want to do some chit chat with Renan, but I can just message you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we could do a bit of that.
Yeah.
So then I'll drop you guys a message of some of the.
Because I assume it's a long, old trek with the treants all the way north.
I am not dead.
So,
Oh.
if we
It's gonna be
if we
several
all-
days, if not several weeks.
Do we get
before
a long?
you
Do we
end.
get a long rest?
You will get a long rest
Yeah.
along the way.
Okay.
Do we get XP for our milestone break?
We get a long rest.
You get 10
so
XP.
you can level up if you.
Well, I need the XP first. Then I'll do the
Yeah.
rest.
So I know you do this. What was the horses? Were they actually dead?
Nightmares. They were nightmares.
No,
So the
nightmare
horses that
horses.
you were on before were nightmares.
And the nightmares that Aron was on was a Pegasus.
Just before, as you add up the XP, I mean, although it was evil, we technically did a massive feat. You know,
We did a big milestone.
We did really well.
Yeah.
And I'm going to beat myself up now over Christmas.
And we killed
I'm
some
going to
good
beat myself
mimics.
off.
I also
managed to escape the clutches of a
god.
God, basically.
And
Prick.
I also tricked Mika with an amazing minor illusion.
Mika, who turns out to be good.
Yeah.
No wonder they wanted to kill their mum. Their mum's a
You were cynical.
see you
at
next
that.
Tuesday.
But she
So
did
I-
save our life.
As you start to travel through, you
Only
can
'cause we had
see
the
that this
They'd
large
killed
white
us.
dragon seems to circle around the top of the tree. You can see that she comes through the centre of the tree.
So when we saw the tree from a long distance and we saw the tree growing into the middle, that was just tendrils coming out. Now,
Kind of, yeah. You can see that the flames kind of.
Being, doesn't
It
feel as
almost
nice
looks
as
like a
being
tree
Like
or
a
a shadow
volcano.
of flames.
it's like a volcano-y, tendril-y, flamey sack of shit.
I
If you
finally
can fit
close.
through it, yeah.
It's not me against everyone now with this fighting position shit. You, everyone.
I'm
is
just
team
saying,
Kill everything.
I tried to kill centaurs, and you stopped me.
You tried to kill centaurs that you didn't realise were undead. You tried to kill centaurs because you said every centaur's a dick.
And
it's got nothing to do with the fact you thought they were evil.
is every centaur a dick?
Everyone that you've met so far.
He's been undead.
The only one I like, what was Janazi a dick, or was he alright?
No, he was
Narzi's
dead.
undead.
Oh.
That's the one that took us to the border was nice.
So
He took us to
Janazi was
the
actually-
border.
I mean, he was undead, but yeah, he was nice.
Nazi.
Yeah, change his
Nazi.
name. That's actually how it's spelled, actually, I think.
Oh, so what did that tree say?
I'm taking the E away.
420 XP.
420.
420. Because you know when you said, "Oh, does anyone speak?" I think it was like Sylvan, and the tree shouted something
That's quite enough.
at Theo.
Is that not enough?
Not for me either.
No, he didn't actually say
Well,
anything.
I did
Right.
say anything else.
So what happened there was I was asking in case
Oh.
he failed the grapple check, you were going to get an
I
inkling
need
Of this.
502.
of what was
Yeah.
happening. They were going to call him a traitor.
So hopefully next
What
session
was it
we'll do a
again?
good bit.
420
You guys.
XP.
Really? Just not 520.
That would mean I'd have to give you an extra 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 500 XP.
Yeah, look at the fucking size of the thing we just survived.
Yeah, do you want to kill it?
I'd like to kill it very much.
Well,
I don't
yes,
think
actually,
I don't
agree.
think I can.
I would like to kill it.
You wouldn't let me kill it. I threw everything I could at
Oh
it.
my god. You've left 2 people at that.
I learned how to fly.
So you got a magic item and you want
I learned how
and
to
you want
use
extra
magic
At
XP.
which point, this is another time without magic bow. I've watched someone else get a
You-
handful of magic
I
arrows.
put, you wanted a magic bow, I put a magic bow there, you weren't here for the
Wayne
session.
took it.
That was not my fault.
Well,
And
it's not my fault either, so...
Reddit might end up finding himself.
If I just
Do we
gave
like
you all
Remen?
willy-nilly
Yeah,
magic items,
Yeah, Remen's part of the team.
I'd have to have
I
put you
still
against
don't like
harder
him because
creatures.
I don't trust him.
Well, when he saw
Well, no,
him, he trembled. And
Yeah,
was actually-
Redding, by the looks of it,
I was dead at that point.
He looks very traumatised at the moment.
Redding was under an illusion.
I-
They
I
had
was-
him under the same illusion that we were.
I saw that, but Uruk, it was dead at that point. As far as for all intents and purposes.
Yeah, he was.
So when Uruk comes back and he sees Revan with you guys, he'll be like, "You cunt!"
You know what?
You can fight. I thought he was going to PvP with
I was gonna kill
Remen. And I was getting ready for it. I was like, oh, I'll get his character sheet. I'm ready for it.
It wasn't Felix being angry, that was Josh being angry. I wanted to kill something.
He's wanted to beat up.
I was getting the character sheet ready to make sure there was magic items. And I was like, I
Normally
wonder
you
how
have a
long
villain
this
arc,
is.
we're having a good arc. We've gone the opposite way. Normally they start off good and turn evil.
Yeah,
We've started off evil and turning good.
Oh my god, we're Spider-Man these characters.
Oh my god, was Spider-Man character.
And Remen's the Green Goblin here. Eventually.
Yeah, at the end he's going to turn against us again.
I think Doc's the Green Goblin now.
With the little... it is ironic how the only person that's like a witch has managed to keep the
I know, I was laughing when she started cackling.
I was watching Lord of the Rings yesterday and it dawned on me, Randolph.
You know what's really annoying? This has happened, and we didn't expect to be the bad guys. In Titan, we kind of already know we're the bad guys, and it's gonna happen very similar in front of us.
Yeah, but at least we're making active steps to not be the bad guys in Titan.
Yeah, in this week
Some of us are.
Yeah, you kind of realised we might be evil in Titan, and you started to change your actions.
Yeah.
Whereas in this one, we just genuinely.
But I bet in Titan we're not actually evil, we're just overthinking things.
You just blindly followed my requests at any given moment.
If someone had done some kind of perception roll,
that
would they
also
have
why
to
there's
break
no
through?
gold?
It's
I'll
magical.
give that.
So no.
So as you stepped through the pink swirling mist, it kind of altered your perception, so that things that were evil showed as good. Showed as good, and things that were good showed as evil.
Was the spider actually a spider that we killed?
Yeah. So lots of creatures that you were actually fighting
That's fine.
were actually.
It was
Is
just a
that,
selection.
is that why we've never got any gold from the tree? Because they don't have any because they're evil.
Probably because they're dead or stuff.
Yeah. But we spent gold on the potions.